1, 2, 3.
Ready? Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. More Manchurian candidates, more news about Jerry, Wayne, Jones, and more news about the Dallas Cowboys operating backwards and out of comfort. But at the end of the day,
what more do you want from me?
Yup. They say really ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Cowboys more reunion? Come on with it, baby. This is what y'all want. This is what y'all need. Come on. Be sure on your way in, tap that like button. Tap it. Come on with it. Tap that subscribe button, baby. More and more. More and more. Come on, baby. Come on with it. Baloney. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. All right.
Emotional, damn it.
Come on, y'all, sing it. Reunited, and it feels so good. Come on with Come on. Yes. Boy, we're scraping the bottom of the pot, baby. This is what we do. Shout out to Jerry Jones that's going to give us all kinds of anxieties this offseason, man. Bring back Mike McCarthy, man, and a ham sandwich and some French fries. Bring back Mike, because at this point, I'm tired of all of this. I'm tired of us being divided. Look, bring back the Dak Prescott conversation. Where the Dak Prescott haters at? You know, bring them back, because I would rather talk about that versus Jerry Jones and his coaching journey over here, because it's crazy. We can see it. These brothers, these guys that they bringing in, they over bringing in too many melanations, man. Melanation boys, you know. Now it's doing it too much because we know this not genuine. You bring in Leslie, you know, down goes Frazier. You bring in Anthony Land, and you bring in not Ben Johnson, but you bring in Brian Johnson. Come on, man, come on. You know, we can see between the lines. We know what y'all want to do. Y'all want to hire Kellen Moore. You want to have Jason Witten here, and you're just trying to smooth it out and hoodwink everybody, and you get primetime Deion Sanders on the phone and everything. And this is what most of the Cowboy fan base want. They said Prime don't get right with the Cowboys. He ain't gonna be nothing. He will be horrible as a coach, but they would prefer to have Kellen Moore over Deion Primetime Sanders. Let me hear you say it one more time. Boy, let me play.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
and don't even interview Al Harris. Yeah, see, man, they don't even bring in Al Harris for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or none of that stuff. And it's all.
Give me my theme music.
Come on. Yeah. Hey, Prime, send me some more shades, man, because this ain't going right. Don't even interview Aaron Glenn. Yeah. We already blackballed from Recluse. Yeah, man, this is crazy. Let Emmett be the coach. Let Michael Irvin and his future dreads be the coach. Let all of that stuff, because at the end of the day, the Dallas Cowboys are who they are. Boy, we are going backwards, baby. We are. And I get it. I hear Jory. She's a great beat writer. She's a great insider. She is great for what she's able to do. But I'm not buying. I'm not buying Brian Johnson and doggone Anthony Land, who played or coached for 1,000 teams over here. I'm not. Excuse me. I'm not going to do it. I just can read through the BS. Come on. I know y'all see this, right? So Kellen Moore, there are some cons and there are some pros. Now, if the Cowboys do decide to have Kellen Moore here as your head coach, just know this: you better draft Jackson Dart. You better fool around and draft another quarterback too, because he gonna throw the hell out of that ball. Yeah, he gonna throw the ball now. Now, people are looking at what the Eagles are doing. Let's be 1,000%. They got a Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Smitty. They got a loaded team. Hell, I think Ice Cold or Jay Business or Pittman in the chat, Brandon Edwards, Oak Cliff, Rockefeller from the Oak Cliff, and all of those things, you can really say this, that they would look good calling plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Now, just to be clear to all of you guys that's listening under the sound of Law Nation voice right now, just to be clear, I'm going to give Jerry and I'm going to give Stephen Jones one bead of a round of applause just for this right here, for being consistent for one on the lunacy side. But I'm going to give them one round of applause. Yeah, one round of applause. Or maybe, just maybe, they looking for revenge, right? That's my only hope, that they saying, all right, we gonna see how y'all like it. Now that y'all are in the postseason, we gonna do the distractions. We're gonna say, hey, we're gonna bring in some of your weapons, and we're gonna see if that throws you off. Because if the Eagles go into this particular game this weekend and Kellen Moore is more thinking about, hey, where he's gonna rest his head and where his wife and kids going to be at for the 2025 and 2026 and beyond season, and he's not focusing in on LA, that will be a plus for us. Come on with it. And if Washington is so focused in on, man, Jerry got an opening and it's for a head coach job, and they called me, they called me. They should be thinking like, man, you know what? Bump all of this trying to beat Detroit. I can be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Come on with it.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, that could be the strategy. So I'm gonna give them that one round of applause. But it to me is more of not that. By the way, it's more of not that, because here's my other notion of all of this. Don't you supposed to hire your head coach first and allow your head coach to pick said staff? But what it seems and what it appears from people that's around these parts, is that Jerry Jones is piecing together a team, and he's going to find a coach and say, this is the team that I pieced together, and you going to have to work out of the team that I pieced together, whether you like it or not. You got to adhere to those particular things, and that could be very much so what the Joneses are trying to attempt to do. And when I say the Joneses, that's including all of them. Even Charlotte, she catch a stray too. So this is what it could be. And granted, with all of that being said, let me see if I can pull it up. Pittman says, my 5-year-old daughter got more of a personality than Kellen Moore. This is tomfoolery. Come on with it, and that's a good place to take the kids too, by the way. Yeah, I took the kids to Tomfoolery down there in Arlington. It was really nice. You get good pizza, good tickets and stuff like that. Tomfoolery is a really good place. But yeah, this is Jerry Foolery too, you know. Cause yeah, Lord, did you see Ed Water tweet? Oh no, I can look at it. But I did see my guy who pretty much assembled what is going on here. After having some time to listen to others and think about the Cowboys, is my guy Brandon Laurie. Yeah. Future head coach and staff. Here is my prediction. Head coach will be Kellen Moore. And then they have a / Aaron Glenn. There's no way on God's green earth or blue earth, however you want to look at it. Right. One can say blue. Shout out to the Cowboys. We got to stay true. That Jerry Wayne Jones will pick Aaron Glenn over Kellen Moore. On top of that, Kellen Moore might take less money to be here. So that's a whole nother conversation for the nation. Aaron Glenn already announced that, hey, he would like to go to the Jets. But that's a whole nother conversation. All right, so a head coach is going to be Kellen Moore. This is prediction, though. At defensive coordinator, you got to coordinate some stuff. It's either can't talk out of Robert Saleh or Leslie Frazier. Give me Robert, you know, an offensive coordinator. Brian Johnson, oh my gosh, man. And then on the coaching staff in some type of capacity will be Jason Witten. And he goes into more details, maximizing Dak Prescott, Moore, and Johnson. Previous head coach staff will help out more. Witten will be watching and learning. Can you imagine? Look, I don't give a dog whether or not Witten coached or not coached. I think he can put it together a whole lot better than Kellen Moore. But that's a whole nother conversation. People who are familiar with Jerry and them, and that's why he got his list right here. So, look, this list right here, man, I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it. And we seeing more of the Kellen Moore stuff. But somebody said look up Ed Warner. And no, that's not my brother, y'all. I don't know why he got them braids to the back. And that is a nice beard, though, James. Yeah. That's a nice beard, though. Let me see what Ed had tweeted out. That's James Harden, you know. All right, so at the opposite end of the spectrum from Deion Sanders is every possibility of an Eagles offensive coordinator. He is aware that the Cowboys have submitted the official request to interview him. Moore retired as an NFL quarterback for the Cowboys and began his coaching career under Jason Garrett. So that's what he posted. I don't see anything else that Ed done posted, but officer down. You can also put out there that the Cowboys are down, and we're praying for any officers that may have lost their lives. All right, Bill Belichick does not have to sign the contract at UNC, which is the uncommon in college, but he does introduce the gray areas as much as any of a $10 million buyout. Oh, all right. That's enough of all of that. Let's listen to what Jory had to say about some of these things. Let's pop this up.
I think there are two other people in the Washington building who have been factors in what the Commanders have done with Jayden Daniels, and I think both of them will be on the Cowboys call list. They'll have to decide whether they want to interview, and they'll also have to wait until after this week to do that. But I would say the first is Anthony Lynn, and the second one is Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson, I've heard from multiple people, has been a factor in terms of Jayden Daniels' development. He was the Eagles' offensive coordinator last year. That did not go well, but also a lot of things didn't.
Now, let's talk about this, though. I vividly remember the Brian Johnson at the Eagles thing, and it didn't go well at all. I think Jalen Hurts looked very pedestrian last year, and you can chalk it up as, okay, Super Bowl hangover and all of this stuff, and they missed out on two coordinators. But I don't want to replenish our staff with that. I get it. If Brian Johnson worked with Dak Prescott in college. That's college, man. That's about 10 to maybe 11 years ago at this point now from him being in college, right? And one of the other things to shoot this down, let me be real with y'all. Dak don't look good running the ball anymore. He got these flat feet. He's more of a heavier size now. He's not thin. He's a bigger body guy. And you want to preserve that. He's more approaching like the last few steps of Ben Roethlisberger's career or Byron Leftwich, whereas you don't want to really run Dak Prescott. I think that he's more of the mold now of a Dante Culpepper, whereas he's a brother, but, come on, just because you're a brother don't mean that you can run the ball. That's how I look at Dak Prescott. Maybe you can look at what Ben Johnson was able to do with the kinds of caliber of a statue quarterback like a Jared Goff. You want to be able to get creative in that particular space because I just think that will be beneficial or more beneficial to Dak than seeing what a spring chicken, a young quarterback like Jayden Daniels running all over the field, and body types are completely different. Jayden Daniels more on the slender side, more of the Lamar Jackson without the extreme escapability speed-wise, but he got the sneaky, subtle speed, right? So Dak is more of a burly build, you got the ectomorphs, you got the other morphs, but he's one of the bigger morphs, whatever the mesomorphs are, whatever the morphs are, he's on the bigger side, he's a quick gainer, so when he's running, we all thinking like, get down, slide, jump, look, don't run anymore. Dak, the only way you want to see him run is that on a quarterback sneak, maybe he can implement the push and the tush, but that's about it. Yeah. He's a Jason Campbell now, Law. Well, whatever, Yeah, so I'm just saying that for anybody to advocate for Dak Prescott to run a little bit more, yeah. Ectomorph, come on. I know my bodybuilders in the building. Ectomorphs, endomorphs, and mesomorph, shoot. I'm mighty morph over here. But law morph. But what is Dak Prescott Bill, Yeah. He's the ectomorph is lanky, right? Dak is a statue now. And I'm not beating up Dak, so don't y'all come over here and say, Law's beating up my quarterback, man.
Y'all killing me with this.
Yeah. Dak run like a leprechaun. Yeah, man, like I don't want him to run. I think, of course, if it's something like third and short, you load him up and you just let him lean forward. If it's 3rd and 2, maybe you can do probably a draw up the middle, get down. But, at the end of the day, see, Chubb says mighty more. But let me get back to a jury on this. He was
the in terms of Jayden Daniels' development. He was the Eagles offensive coordinator last year. That did not go well, but also a lot of things didn't go well for the Eagles last year. And I think part of that's a Super Bowl hangover. But what's interesting is that when we think about the Cowboys, and I talked about this Monday, Jerry wants some degree of familiarity. That could be with the Cowboys. It also, because maximizing Dak is so important, could be with Dak. Well, Brian Johnson coached Dak at Mississippi State, and they have stayed very close since. I mean, they'll still grab dinner when they're in town, things like that. They're in touch. So he is someone who has seen Dak. And also, when you think about it, like, I've talked to people in the organization who believe, and you can say what you want about Dak's age and his health, that he does need to run a little bit more the way that Jalen Hurts does. Obviously not with the exact same element.
I don't agree. I don't agree with nothing that she's saying. And Jalen Hurts even got a slender build than Dak, and they could be the same size, but Jalen Hurts is built different. And so what I'm saying, and I ain't talking about it in a good way, whereas, man, this man is built different, but what I'm saying is these are two different things. You shouldn't have an outcry for a 30 to 31-year-old quarterback to say, hey, maybe he need to run more. Let me tell y'all who need to run more. The damn running back. That's who need to run more. And if you have Kellen more, the running back gonna run less. Dak done wasted. Okay, let me read it in your terminology. Dak is done, right? And then pause. He's wasted. and then pause. Can't win with them, and then pause. Okay, I get you, Walker Wade. Yeah.
For the Cowboys to maximize their offensive scheme. Well, when did he most do that? In college at Mississippi State. Who was the coach in the building then? Brian Johnson.
Mullen was too, and that's all I have right there. But shout out to Jory, man. She does a great job in these sorts of things. But I'm not advocating for Dak Prescott to run. And if you guys like the quarterback, you shouldn't be advocating for him to run. That's equivalent to saying, you know what? Let's design an offense so that we can have Troy Aikman to run at this point. Let's design an offense so we can have Dan Marino and Ben Roethlisberger to run. No, when they get that age, let's design an offense where you can have running game with a fullback, and you can have also a halfback, and you can have also end arounds for those who can absolutely run. Now, later that day, later on. She's even 21. Jory got that good age on her. She's been around for a minute, and she's been reporting for a long time. Don't touch my Jory. Epstein. So listen to the last name Epstein. You know not to start talking about her. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. The Bohemian Grove will come get you. But not this one. I wanted to pull up this one. All right, so the schedule is out. Robert Saleh will interview this Saturday, a interpersonal interview. Leslie Frazier will fly in, and he will interview Monday. According to reports here, according to Riggs, let me just be quiet. One thing you can talk about a lot of things in life, but there's one group of people you can't talk about. Yes, and there's one group of people you can't talk about. They will counsel you because they own everything, Viacom and all of that stuff. If you think I'm lying, what's the basketball player that's here in Dallas? He just not getting back things going. Yeah, they cancel him for just hitting a like button on something. I ain't gonna say his name. Y'all know his name. He can dribble really well, But neither here nor there. Cowboys are scheduled to speak with Moore on Friday. Per league sources or rules, the interview will be done virtually and cannot last more than 3 hours. A 3-hour interview? Kellen Moore ain't going to be thinking about that damn game this weekend. He going to be like, hey, I got this. He going to tell Mama Moore. He going to tell Mama Moore, hey, I got this interview. It's so important. We may get a chance to be back in Dallas. Kyrie Irving. Hey, I didn't say it. He going to say, hey, I got this interview, y'all. And I got to make sure that I'm on the right page. Yeah. I'm interviewing. He would tell Mama Moore, that's his lady, we might be going back to Dallas. Jerry don't like me. No way. Jerry loves me, and I should be the best candidate. I'm going to say I know him the best. I was in that building for 8.5 years. I'm going to get this job, and I'm finna be the next head coach of the America's team. Yeah. 3 hours, bring back a 12-pack then. Yeah, if it's a 3-hour interview. Don't y'all know how long? I be live for 3 hours. We be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. But to sit down and say no longer. So who is monitoring the interviews, if that's the case? Who is doing that? Because when you think about it, it's a situation and scenario that you can say to yourself, all right, we're going to be interviewing, we're going to be doing X, Y, and Z thing.
You're about to launch your website, but then you
hold on, got a commercial. Hold on. Ooh,
A lot of website
sound like one of
builders
Boss
will give you a free
Cowboys
domain.
drops. Okay, hold on. All right, I got to pull up this TMZ video. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. And one of Boss Cowboys sports drops with the farts. But hold on, give me 1 second. Salute to my brother from another mother, Boss Cowboys Sports, by the way. As I'm pulling this up, here we go. Hold on, bear with me. Want to make sure I got everything clear, and let me know if you guys can hear this audio straight, because we finna switch subject matters. Kellen Moore is garbage. Shout out to C-Chom. Don't bring Kellen Moore back. Is it a Zoom interview? Yeah, I think it's a Zoom or a Skype. You know, I'm gonna try to see if I can hack into their server so we can peek into the interview on DallasCowboys.com. yeah, I'm gonna see if we can hack into that thing. A lot of reverb on that fart. Yeah, Dre. yeah. All right, so, and then it's the return of Pookie Moore, by the way. Here's what we're going to jump over to Uncle Drew. TMZ got in contact with him, and they asked him a few questions. Let's talk about it. Let me know if y'all can hear audio.
I'm a little surprised. I thought Mr. Jones would work something out. You know, they would work something out to move forward.
Yeah.
Where we are right now as a football club, football team, I don't know if we need to start all over again.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did I just hear that? Below the heavens, if Kellen sabotaged the Eagles, maybe I'll be okay. Hell yeah, we be all okay if that. Did y'all just hear that? Do you hear what I hear? Listen properly. It just hit me. I listened to this interview like last night, right? But now it really hit my brain. It literally really hit my brain. And I'm going to tie this all in. Oh, my God.
I'm a little surprised. I thought Mr. Jones would work something out. You know, they would work something out to move forward.
Yeah.
Where we are right now as a football club, football team, I don't know if we need to start all over again.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if we're in that position with the salary cap and everything else going on.
Oh, my God, man. I hate the truth. I hate the truth. I hate the truth with this one, man. What would be considered staying the same is ultimately hiring Kellen Moore. It's not like he don't know the offense. It's not like he don't know the system, the player, the personnel, the rooms that he going to go in. He don't need to have somebody to say where the conference room is at. Oh my gosh, man! This is sad, man. I lost my voice. I lost all of the passion, man, with this, man. Oh my gosh, man! Unc, man, hush! This is insane. We need to start over, man. Burn this thing to the ground, man.
I don't know if we're that an attractive opportunity for a lot of coaches that might be considered to be head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. There's a lot that has to be worked through, and I don't know if we'll get that one guy that's really qualified, but I know the search will be complete, and Mr. Jones will bring in the best guy he thinks will lead the Cowboys into the future.
Drew,
we get one of these rings, Mike. We need one of these rings.
That's the idea. That's the idea, Drew.
name that
shit.
we have heard, at least over the last 24 hours, I think more than anybody else, more than even Bill Belichick's name, has been Deion Sanders. We've heard last night, we learned, Drew, that Jerry and Deion had a conversation. Deion said, hey, I'm honored by this. This is the Cowboys. Is it a good idea? Is Deion Sanders somebody, Drew, who you believe could coach and should coach the Dallas Cowboys?
I think he's capable. There is no question he has.
There's not a player alive that would just sully or denigrate Deion, right? Or a person who played the game, right? But the reality of it is what Uncle Drew just said, you know. The reality of it is he said all the truth up until the interviewer, because nobody really cares about Kellen Moore. Uncle Drew said all of the truth up until the 1 minute and 27 second marker, you know, and this is the reality of it.
Has the qualifications to do it. He paid his dues. He came through the ranks, and he's proven each step of the way that he knows what he's doing. Right now at Colorado, I guarantee you, the Board of Regents, the Board of Directors, everybody else is getting together, try to come up with some money to not let Deion Sanders leave Colorado, okay? Because he has turned that program from what they used to be, and then they had their lull, and now where they are now, they're on TV every week, and a lot of that is because of Deion Sanders. And then also, when they mention his name, they have a tendency to joke around that. Deion is very serious about what he's doing. Mike, he manages a 40-man staff, coaching staff at the University of Colorado. All right, he knows what he's doing, and he's done.
He's speaking the truth still, but it's not for us. That's what I'm trying to get at. There's no way Jerry's going to have a 40-man staff here, and there's no way Jerry is going to step out of the light and pick Deion over Kellen if these two are options. Because the one is going to be a $8 to $9 million buyout to get Prime here, right? And on top of that, he's not going to be playing for chicken feed or dog water, right? Or coaching to that degree. Ed Warner got some breaking news. I hope I'm wrong. What do Ed Warner got now, man? Shoot, I just was on his page. Let me see if I can get back to his page. Not going to coach his sons at Colorado. Then no way Deion goes there. He wants to coach his son. I don't see any breaking news. Dak has no trade clause. You know, I don't know why he's wasting his time speaking to those guys. Believe who you want. I've been here, covered this team for over 30 years. Oh, okay. You know. Okay, yeah, I take Ed. You know, I take Ed over a lot of folks. He don't have to clickbait nobody. Okay. But shout out, kudos and credence to him. But let me get back to this post, man. Let me get back to this post, bro. All right, let me get back to this.
Success in the coaching ranks from high school to college. So why can't he be a successful coach in the pros? I think he should be the number one choice for the Dallas Cowboys. And if they don't work it out with him, then try to find somebody else. But I think Deion knows the culture of the Dallas Cowboys. He knows what it takes to win as a Dallas Cowboy. He's won as a Dallas Cowboy. And I think, Mike, that's one of the things we miss most in that locker room. Wow. We have nobody on that team has had any kind of playoff success,
right?
Super Bowl success. You need somebody in that locker room to tell these players what it takes when you get in the game situations and to be prepared. Not just to be a good football player to play each and every Sunday, but how to be a professional, how to carry out your job, how to go about your job, the meetings, the practice, and all how that needs to be important. That's all about being a professional. And I think that's what this Cowboy team needs. They need somebody in there to set that kind of discipline and to bring that kind of professionalism back to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Mike, you got me sweating. I'm all
Yeah, you're getting fired up here, Drew. Well, let me ask you this: if there's anyone that knows about discipline and winning, it's Bill Belichick. How about Bill Belichick if Deion Sanders, for some reason, doesn't work out?
I like it. You know, I wish Belichick would have slowed his roll a little bit, and waited till this opportunity maybe came about. Maybe he wouldn't have taken the opportunity where he is right now. But there's no question he's qualified to be that coach. And his demeanor, his personality would fit perfectly with Mr. Jones, because Bill Belichick doesn't need the headlines, okay?
Right.
He just wants to win out there on the field. And whoever wants to take credit, Mr. Kraft or anybody else, he'll let them take that kind of credit, But, yeah, he would be ideal for that position. I don't know if they can lure him away from North Carolina after
It's a $10 million buyout.
he doesn't be trained there. But I think it would be worth a shot. That's for sure. Worth a try.
Drew,
maybe we need a Hail Mary there. Maybe
Right.
we'll get a Hail Mary.
See, I wanted you to coach, Drew.
But nobody was gonna wait on Jerry Jones, man. And Jerry Jones ultimately wanted Mike McCarthy here. He wanted him, but he didn't want to pay that money that Mike McCarthy was demanding. And Mike McCarthy probably listened to us and said, hey, man, I got people talking about us out here in these streets. They say they don't got no gristle, no backbone. I'm going to stand up and be a man on my own too and see what's out there. Bump that $5 million contract that you trying to get me with incentives when I'm looking at Mike Tomlin, and I got a better resume than Mike Tomlin, getting paid quadruple the more money that I'm getting. And I'm looking at, dare I say, Sean Payton, whereas our contracts are identical, and he's getting more coins than me. So, no, I want my money. I want to get paid. Nah. Yeah. So come on with it. Yeah.
But if you just want to kind of relax and chill, I get it. We'll let we'll let Deion, I guess, take things over. I appreciate you, Drew, as always. Thank you so much. It's going to be very fascinating to see what Jerry Jones ultimately decides here.
No doubt, it's going to be very fascinating. Let me get to that tweet that you said that I need to take a look at, and I think it's somewhere right here. And I pull it up. It's somewhere right here. All right, all of these conversational pieces. Okay, hold on. Looking at my notes here. Bear with me. I think I'd have moved it to the wrong location. Let me go. You said it's in my mentions, notifications, mentions. And then we're going to go here. And let's see what we got. Appreciate y'all's support, man. That's why I love doing these freestyle shows, okay? All right, regarding Deion Sanders, I'm being told that he would almost certainly accept if Jerry Jones offered to make him the next head coach, that those around him are encouraging him to pursue it, and that Jones is enamored with the ideal. And that was at 9:41, and it got 607,000 shares. And let me just hit this requote right here. And and Ed Warner, he's fighting. He's fighting for his life right now. Ed Warner is fighting for his life, man. Is that the right? I wasn't catfished on that, right? That's the real Ed, because he don't got no. Make sure he got the blue check mark, but anybody can get them these days. But that's him, because he got 607,000. Okay, that is him. What we doing, man? Now, here's the only way I will accept Kellen Moore. Hear me out. Kellen Moore go back to being the offensive coordinator and have Deion as the damn head coach. Do a lateral move and still have those list of guys. Let's go get Deion. Let's get Kellen Moore and Robert Saleh and throw in Leslie as an advisory of the advisory, right? And then you still bring in Jason Witten to be the walk around rah-rah guy. That's what you need to do then, if that's the case. And then when old boy try to throw too much, D Young go over there and talk to him, yell at him, Yeah. Hey, Jerry, you talked about being all in. I hate that word now, but for this particular reason, you can really be all in because there's no stipulations to this. Set aside $1 billion, bro. Set aside. You talking about you want to win one more before you catch a cloud. Set aside $1 billion, and just utilize that as operating money for your coaching staff. Not saying that you got to give everybody $1 billion, but what I'm saying is that that's enough money for you to set aside just to have in your kitty because you shouldn't be hurting that much. Your name is your name. Hell, Jerry, you how old Jerry is? 81, 82, 83, 84-ish, Bump your credit score. You don't need credit. You got too much money. So burn through it all, man. Little balls to the walls, Jerry. Yeah, what you saving the money for, Stephen Jones and Charlotte, they ain't going to do nothing with the money. Jerry Jr. ain't going to do nothing with the money. Yeah. So set all of that stuff to the side and let's figure this thing out as it relates to the Cowboys heading into this season. Because there's no salary cap as it relates to that. Let me see what they got here. Boy, there's too much content and information today. Oh my gosh. Kellen, no more. Come on, it's more of Kellen more, and this is for what it is.
Listen, a year ago, the Dallas Cowboys were debating whether or not to keep Mike McCarthy, and they let Dan Quinn out the door. And the one thing that Dan Quinn has done in Washington beyond anything else is completely revamp the culture there to where it's a different type of organization. And again, now we'll go to Deion Sanders. I can't help but think of about 16, 17 months ago, I had an NFL general manager call me up, and he said, I want you to write this down right now. The next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys is going to be Deion Sanders.
Now, I wonder now, like Steven, who was that general manager talking to him? Was it damn Jerry? Willie McClay, Stephen Jones? You know what I'm saying? Because what other general manager know more about the Cowboys than the Cowboys at this point, and that will share and divvy out that information? Or is this brother kind of just reaching around and hoping that he can grab on to something? I'm going to rewind just for your mind just a little bit again.
I had an NFL general manager call me up, and he said, I want you to write this down right now. The next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys is going to be Deion Sanders. Take it to the bank because of the respect that exists between Deion Sanders and Jerry Jones and vice versa. And a lot of people out there now saying that Deion Sanders is using this as a leverage ploy
to get more money from Colorado.
Right. And I brought that up to Deion Sanders. And he said, that ain't true. And I don't need any negotiating ploy. I'm me. That's how he feels. He doesn't need any negotiation.
I'm me.
Big dog
I'm me. I'm me. So who you? You know what I'm saying? All right, so who is that general manager that he's talking about? At the end of the day, that is a curveball that Ed done put out, and it kind of like threw a lot of things off today. But I can say this with whole mindset that this particular team, man, we pretty much circling and traveling backwards still, because I'm still with the belief that the Cowboys don't know what they're doing. And I think that we are trying to take over all of the headlines. I've heard even on ESPN that they did the top 5 coaches that should be for the Cowboys. And I'm sitting here thinking like, and I think it was Stephen A. Smith list or something like that. And I'm sitting here like, what happened to the Chicago Bears? What happened to the Saints and the Jets? Why everything got to be heavily on the Cowboys. Oops, we the America's team.
You've been talking about Kellen Moore for a while now, and now everyone seems to put him as the favorite in the clubhouse. Why would I believe that Kellen Moore can run the Dallas Cowboys?
It's dependent, I guess, on what you want the head coaching position to look like. So do you want him to be the rah-rah CEO type and to just kind of oversee things and delegate? He may not be. That may not be the guy. If you want him to be a little bit more involved in the offense and getting Dak back to a certain comfort level and being involved with the offense the same way that Mike McCarthy was, then there's a better argument to be made of he knows the coach. I got a pretty good idea, I think, of what kind of coaching staff it would look like around here if Kellen Moore came on. And I think there's a lot of familiarity for a lot of players. There's a lot of familiarity for coaching staff and their interactions with each other. And so to me, I look at it and I just say that I think that Kellen would be more involved in the offense, more directly involved with Dak. And then you're probably bringing in some sort of strong personality DC like Eberflus or somebody like that, again, who has familiarity. And you kind of just divide up the sides of the ball. Okay, Kellen, you're the head coach, but you're kind of the head coach of the offense. And then Eberflus is kind of the head coach of the defense. And we just focus on building a culture more centered around player leadership and the guy we paid $160 million to or whatever.
I want to be successful. Who remember that song? Why would the Cowboys say, hey, we want a six-pack. We want striations and muscles. But we're eating oodles and noodles every night. We're eating 2 to 3 gallons of ice cream. We're not working out on the treadmill. And we want the results, but we're not putting in the efforts. Why would all of a sudden the creator or all of a sudden success will find us when we not putting in the work and the efforts? Come on, man. It's like I want to be able to go from South Dallas to Plano, and I want to get there quickly. Why am I on a damn bike, right? Why am I walking? Why I just can't pick up the phone and call Uber? Why we can't do the simple things, right? Why are we trying to force raisins on a potato salad? Why are we trying to force macaroni and cheese infused with peanut butter? It don't work, man. Why are we trying to force the things that don't work to say all of a sudden it need to work? You know, Sidney Jones said the fans and players deserve the best available, and it seems like that's never happening. Zeke was the last time we got the best talent available, and to a degree, Parsons was there, and I don't know whether or not, you know, it was all them by calculations or them mistakenly getting Parsons, but Parsons has been tremendous for us, as well as Zeke, of course. Kellen Moore is an eagle, yeah. It's levels to this, you know, went straight from high school, and now we got him on the staff, yeah. Billionaire slumlords collect nothing but fandom and ours, right? Wait a minute, is it breaking news that Mike Tomlin is out? Man, come on, man. Yeah, too much news going on around this time. Yeah, is Mike Tomlin out for real? Appreciate y'all. Raisins and potato salad is just bad. Now, what if you think about putting them in ice cream? Hey, man, it is what it is, man. Oh my gosh, man. Law, I need to stop calling all of the things that the Jones family does spot on. It's getting tiring, man. Jay, man, this is extremely crazy, man, and it hurts. But let's listen to more of this stuff, man. Oh my gosh, man. Look. Let me just listen to what my guy said, one of the Hall of Famers.
Morning, Troy.
Good morning, George.
Well, since we talked last, Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones and their conversations, at some point it went sideways, and now the Cowboys are looking for a new head coach. The opinion of McCarthy around the league, maybe we get an early sign of it, and the fact that he's already interviewed in Chicago. I get the feeling it wouldn't surprise you if he's back with somebody else next year as a head coach.
No, no, it would not at all. I'd be a little surprised if he doesn't get the opportunity. I think that. Well, I don't think. I mean, I know that around the league, he's highly thought of, highly regarded as far as what he's done as a head coach, and I think for those around the league, I think looking at what he was able to do in Dallas in general, I think is looked upon as favorable when you consider the number of games that he was able to win. Now, I mean, we all understand that ultimately we're judged on what we do in the postseason, and Mike understands that better than anyone. So, that was the only shortfall, and obviously that's why he's not back in Dallas. But yeah, I'd kind of expect him to land one of these jobs, and I'm hoping he does. He wants to continue to coach, and I think he's one of the top 32 in the league, and should get that opportunity.
So there are a lot of names now out there as to who might replace McCarthy. Jerry apparently has already talked to Dion.
Let me hear his thoughts on Dion.
He's going to interview Saleh and Frazier. You've seen the names on the odds chart from Ben Johnson to Steve Sarkisian to Joe Brady to Kellen Moore.
Come on, it's good.
Any of these names float your boat?
Yeah,
be a great
that's
fit?
my naysayer right there, boy. That's what I'm talking about. My God never let me down. Troy, you a real one, boy. You a real one. I take that one. Did y'all hear what I heard? Did y'all hear what I heard? Come on with it. Did y'all hear what I heard? Hey, did y'all hear what I heard, dog? Let me just know in the chat, man. Did y'all hear what I heard? I heard. Did y'all hear? Oh, my gosh. I'm just waiting for somebody to say it. Yeah, did y'all hear that? Shit. Oh, boy, couldn't hold back that laugh, didn't he? Yeah, Troy, really, he said he raffled off all of those names, and then he said Kellen Moore. He said, oh, my God. Hold on, let me rewind.
Johnson to Steve Sarkisian to Joe Brady to Kellen Moore. Any of these names?
He tried to keep his composure. That speaks volumes to me, man. Yeah. He didn't say it, then he just laughed. Listen closely. Ha ha.
You've seen the names on the odds chart from Ben Johnson to Steve Sarkisian to Joe Brady to Kellen Moore. Any of these names float your boat that you think would be a great fit?
Yeah, it's just, I said it on Monday night when I was on ESPN. I think what maybe is a good fit some places isn't a good fit here. It's a challenging job for a lot of reasons, and none of which you all haven't heard before. So, who might be best is really anybody's guess. It's just, I don't know. It's, a lot of people have been hired, a lot of people have been fired, and the results for the most part have kind of been the same. I just go back to it's just hiring and firing head coaches and expecting that to be what changes the direction or the outcomes, the results. I think is a little bit naive. So we'll see. It's anybody's guess, but there's always optimism when someone new comes in, and then it just feels like a few years later we're landing at the same spot. So,
damn, that's brutal. But shout out to my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports in the building. Be sure to check out my brother from another mother. No other don't look like Danny Glover with us, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Peebo from Dallas. Peebo! Steve swimming bucket naked in the pool of money he saved from free agency. Troy knows that Kellen has the physique of a mole rat in an aura of a slug. Okay, so yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't hide stuff between people. You can't hide stuff with my guy Troy. Troy is him, and yeah, you're right. Come on with it.
What goes into that evaluation, or what direction they might go, who that might be, what that might look like. If you guys have been covering it long enough, is anyone's guess.
Yeah, it is certainly a guessing game. You went through a couple of these. One, a very shocking coaching change in your career. Should a leader of a team be consulted as to who the next head coach would be? Were you ever consulted or at least talked to about what direction do you think we should go in?
Yeah, I had some conversations. I don't really remember exactly if I don't know that I had that much input. But I will say that, and I've said this before, I do think that Jerry values the opinion of the quarterback, and I think that he has always wanted to.
That's another nugget. Damn. Ooh, I know Boss got all of the nuggets he going to chop up. That's another nugget. And, Boss, if you need this interview, I'll send it over to you, man. He said that Jerry always valued the opinions of the quarterback. Now, granted, it was just time for Kellen Moore to get another job because Mike McCarthy still had 2 years remaining on his contract. Now, Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott, they are pretty much not like this. They more like this because they peer-to-peer coaching, right? And I'm not a fan of that. I think that I'm still standing on business with this and standing 10 toes down, is that Dak Prescott needs a stern coach, in my opinion. He needs someone to consistently be in his ear and say, hey, throw the ball away. Hey, run to the flat on this one. Hey, protect the ball. Let's go for the three right here. We don't need all of the food because Dak can also be Cajun Dak and try to squeeze the ball where it don't belong. So I think that will pay some type of dividends to have a coach to be up in his you-know-what versus a coach that's always patting him on the back or letting him go to the tablet and look at things by himself. I think that would benefit Dak, and especially if you're paying $250 million, about $250 million to him, you need to figure out a way to make sure that you have the right pieces surrounding him and not just comforting him. That's why we wanted Bill Belichick here, because there was some excerpt of him still chastising Tom Brady after his third Super Bowl. But that's a whole nother conversation. So I'm going to rewind so you guys can pick up what Troy just said.
The opinion of the quarterback, and I think that
rewind again.
And I've said this before. I do think that Jerry values the opinion of the quarterback, and I think that he has always wanted to. He's always wanted the quarterback to be on board with the decisions that are being made. So I would be surprised if Dak isn't involved in some of those conversations. Now, ultimately, will Dak be the one who picks the head coach? No. Was I? No.
Okay, good.
Was Tony Romo? I don't think so. I doubt it. So
let me just say this, because CTE Troy was kicking in. Tony Romo had no choice. He was under Jason Garrett his entirety of his career almost. Yeah, Tony didn't have no choice, and especially moving from Bill Parcells to Wade and them. Tony really didn't have no choice. He had to go along to get along. So Tony, man, I'm going to go to my grave saying that if Tony had, and I'm not beating up Jason Garrett, but I am, if Tony had a Sean Payton or even to a degree a young Mike McCarthy, we would have seen a better version of Tony Romo, by the way. But he had Jason Garrett his entirety of his career, or the long hood of the longer parts of his career. He had Jason Garrett, well, come on.
But I do. That's not totally unusual. I think it's fairly common, especially if you're talking about a franchise quarterback, which Dak is, and he's going to be there, and he's invested in the organization. So that's part of it. It's just there's a lot of different ways to go, and I'm asked a lot. I will say that I've had a number of owners that have reached out to me over the years. The benefit that I have is I have an opportunity to talk to all of these candidates over the course of a year or a few years and really kind of see them develop. So I typically have some thoughts on the various people that are up for a number of these jobs. And so I've been asked in recent years what I've thought about various people or what direction I would go, what would I look for if I was a general manager and hiring a coach. And I think that in today's league, in a perfect world, I would want a head coach that was calling the plays. Someone like Kyle Shanahan, someone like Sean Payton. Mike McCarthy certainly was that guy, but I would want an offensive guy, and I'd want to be in love with the scheme and the offense that he was running. And then when you get beyond that, he has to be able to be the head coach. And if you've got a great offensive mind, but you don't feel that he would make a great head coach for the entire team, then I think you've got to go in a different direction. But ideally, I'd want a head coach that was calling the plays, that was, because you guys have probably heard me say this over the years, that I think offensive coordinator is the hardest job on the staff, calling plays. Everybody has an opinion. Rarely do you hear people criticize or go after the defensive coordinator on a given call. If they're struggling over a period of time, then you'll hear about it. But every person sitting on the couch, every owner, everybody in the organization, everybody on the team, everyone has an opinion on whether that was a good play call offensively or whether it was not. And so if you're a defensive coach, and even if you land, let's say for instance, Dan Campbell in Detroit, he's got Ben Johnson, who's done a great job. When Ben took over as the play caller, that's when really things started to ascend in Detroit, especially offensively. And now he leaves. Well, Dan's got to have a backup plan as far as who's going to replace him, and those guys are hard to find. They're really hard to find. So I would tell you it's easier to find a head coach than it is to find a great offensive coordinator.
Damn, boy, that's some good stuff. So the Ben Johnsons, the Joe Bradys is what Troy Aikman choices would be outside of a Kyle Shanahan who's already accepted. And then he backed up his opinion on that with, if you're not that dude, then you better find that dude that can call plays more than the defense or what have you, coordinator. And I'm feeling Troy Aikman out. Like you say, he get a chance to be seeing all 32 teams to that degree. And what Dan Campbell did, he assembled a team that then he can be the rah-rah guy. So I agree with Troy with his assessment. We got a super chat from Peebo again. Kellen looked like he'll be on the sidelines wearing suspenders, wingtip shoes, and a pocket protector. At best, he's an assistant quarterback coach. No more. Right. I agree with those sentiments there.
And that's why I'd want to go with an offensive guy. And for those guys, for those teams like San Francisco, like Denver, that have a play caller and a real head coach that everyone knows is in charge, they've got a real luxury.
It's our weekly football visit with Cowboys Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. You know Deion Sanders very well. His name was the first to come up for this opening. Nobody's sure if he's a serious candidate, but with Jerry and Deion, they will surprise you every once in a while. Yeah. Do you think he would be a fit here?
Well, I wouldn't bet against him. I absolutely would never bet against Deion. I've just seen it too many times, and I've said it when he took the Jackson State job. I was so proud of him for doing that, and.
I love my Jackson State, oh dear, Jackson Fair. Yeah, come on with it, baby. Yes, hell to
thing to coach your kids through Pop Warner, and then you do through middle school and high school, but to really put your reputation out there on the line and take on that Jackson State job, and then to do what he was able to do, and then go to Colorado and on a bigger stage and do what he's done there. I mean, he's proven that he's earned the opportunity. So if he lands the job in Dallas, if that ultimately is what happened, or if he goes somewhere else within the NFL or even in the college ranks, I mean, he's earned that opportunity. So whether it's a good fit or I don't know if I'd look at anyone and say it's necessarily a great fit. I just think there's a lot of hurdles, and so it may not be a great fit for anyone. But if Dion were to come on board, I think he'd be fantastic. I think he would relate exceptionally well to the locker room. It's amazing that for someone who's as far removed from having played,
right,
the reverence that these current players have for his career and what he was as a player. It's pretty remarkable, and it says a lot for him. So I think he'd be fantastic no matter where he is. And as you guys have heard me say, I'm a big fan, and I would never bet against him.
From all these names, would you, if you were running this, would you wait until after the Super Bowl so you could truly talk to everybody?
Unless somebody just came in and just blew me away. I think you kind of owe it to the organization and to the process of interviewing as many people as you can. I think I would, I would hate Ben Johnson right now is the hottest coach that I'm hearing, and I've talked to him. I know him, and I think he's terrific as an offensive guy. You're always projecting with someone who's not been a head coach as far as what they're capable of doing. And everybody thinks, oh, this guy's going to be great, but it's like selecting a quarterback in the first round. You just don't know. And there's tons of examples of great offensive guys or great assistant coaches that haven't had much success as head coaches. And so, but if you were going through the interview process and you felt that, well, what I was going to say is if you're Jerry or you're the Cowboys or one of these teams and you hire somebody and I just think you'd kind of kick yourself for not having at least waited. Mm-hmm. And maybe you don't have an opportunity. I mean, maybe Ben Johnson has his own thoughts. Maybe, I don't know who his representatives are or who they're talking with in his camp. Maybe he's saying, no, Dallas isn't of interest. I'm just, that's hypothetical. I don't know, but I would want to, but time is of the essence for sure. There's a lot of assistant coaches scrambling right now for jobs, and the longer you wait, you're losing out on more than just a possible head coach.
That's the end of it, man. Shout out to the Musers on 1310 The Ticket for interviewing. I think they do a hell of a job over there. Interviewing Troy Aikman. He comes to their station and platform twice or once a week, and he spits some good stuff to those particular individuals, and we are able to share that with you guys. So check out 1310 The Ticket. That used to be the flagship station of the Cowboys, but they done spoke too much truth, and they ended up kicked up out of there. And then 97.9. Oh, no, 105.3, The Fan took over. Yeah, so prime time just makes sense here. I don't think, like you said, prime time will make sense anywhere else, but Prime is a man of his own. And what Ed Water reported, I'm just going to not take that with a grain of salt. I'm going to really try to digest that and say, that would be a good deal for them. But before we go any further down the stretch here, I would love for you guys to support the nation by looking into Underdog. They are your number one fantasy and sports fantasy that's out here. And you can download Underdog and use promo code LAW. As a promo code, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Claim 50% deposit match. On top of that, it's just higher or lower. You go with that process and program, and then you can pick from there. We already made our selection for this week, so be sure to check that out on Underdog and download UnderdogFantasy.com. And make sure that you use promo code LAW, man, to support the nation. in so many ways. I appreciate you. They are the presenting sponsor of this particular episode. Jerry Jones loved old coaches. If you can remember segregations and sniffed a Super Bowl, you're a possible pick. If we get Prime, we get his son. So bench Dak. This is from a super chat from one of our super chat sponsors of the day, Peebo from Dallas. So I guess he's right around the streets here. I'm not going to go that deep into it, but I can say that Jerry Jones got a type. Jerry Jones got a type, and it got to be somebody that he can put his thumb on. It got to be somebody that he can control, and it got to be someone that can adhere to him. One of the things that Jimmy Johnson got into it with Jerry about was the smallest things. About he was chastising Troy, and he was going to bench Troy for Steve Berline or something like that. And Jerry would come out and say, no, Troy will be starting. And it throws off everything. So it's crazy. Dion would rather do the Richard, okay? Dumb super chat comment. Oh, my gosh. Man, leave him alone. But shout out to him. Mark Hunt says Dallas is not for Prime's son. Well, he went to a Mavs game and, it almost shook the world. But we've seen this happen before. Who remembered that they was courting, what was that guy's name with the blonde hair? Odell Beckham. Yeah. You remember that? But let's get back to this.
Sean and RJ on 105.3 The Fan. It is the Expressway right now on The Fan, and it's brought to you by the On Time Expert.
Oh, Sean Sharif, RJ. This is the commercial-free Expressway. We got our listening, whether it's the season.
Not a tantrum.
Bob here anymore. And I'm going to let you know everything that happened. I'm going to unload the clip. And the other day,
clip.
When we had Bobby on after the Mike McCarthy departure and the news of it, Bobby said, Thursday, 7:20, I'll finally do it. So we're calling this, good nickname by Bobby, the Mike McCarthy T. Take it away, sir.
Okay, so before we start, I want to just make a couple things, get a couple things out.
For context, I truly believe Bobby Belt never been a fan of Mike McCarthy, right? So I'm not going to drill him on that. I know that there's been people that's been in the middle of the road with Mike. Naturally, Mike McCarthy is a Steelers guy. He grew up in Pittsburgh. He coached for the Green Bay Packers from a professional level. And those are the two teams that we can't stand at all. For him to come to Dallas, it was always an odd look for Southern natives and Dallas natives to see Mike McCarthy in his East Coast biasness as well as his collective support of Green Bay and all of this stuff. One of the games that I couldn't stand was when he dressed it up as the coach Lombardi. Yeah, he dressed it up as Vince. I was like, take that off. And we got blown out in that game. Well, we lost that game. I couldn't stand it.
Because there's already been a lot of discussion from people who are anticipating, this is going to be a certain thing, or you're going to get this here or there. First off, also, by the way, I'm letting anybody know who's listening right now who plans on texting me during this. My phone is going to be on the couch over there. I don't even want to be distracted by it right now.
Go ahead.
So my phone's not next to me if you try to text me in the next 40 minutes while we're on the air.
I just saw him throw it.
So first off, for those skeptics of what I'm about to say, and you're like, I'm tuning in to be proven wrong. If you're looking for Watergate recordings or anything like that, that's not going to be the same.
Come on, get to the point, man. Come on.
Typically work. This is not going to be, look, I have forensic evidence here of this happened or that happened. Just like when you listen to the way things broke down with the Jets, the way that that's explained is through, this is what a lot of trusted people through
What's your point?
Discussions and conversations have said over time. So that's one. Two, everything said here, there's been a lot that's been said or that I've heard over the course of 5 years. Everything said here is only the stuff that I've heard from multiple people. This is not going...
Oh, man, get to the...
Only the stuff that I've heard from multiple people.
Come on.
This is not going... None of this is just something I heard from one person. There's plenty I heard from just one person, and I'm not going to talk about this because I don't know. Multiple people gives it some veracity, I think. And a lot of this, by the way, has been re-verified this week of just, hey, I'm thinking about talking about this.
Let me fast forward. Or should I not?
The third thing and the last thing before we get started, the whole why now angle of just, well, where was said on Tuesday, whenever that was. I said on Tuesday that it wasn't productive before. I was not talking about it wasn't productive for me. I'm talking about these people who will talk to you about things, whether they're venting or they want to let you know things.
Yeah.
At whatever level they're at, they're saying
What's your point?
it's not productive while
point?
we're sitting here trying to win to talk about these things. I don't necessarily want you to talk about it. I'm just talking to you about it right now.
And they're not going to talk to you anymore.
Right, and so it's like a
get to the
more
damn
say,
point. I'm trying to fast
forward
forward.
about here, but I know when that time arrives.
My favorite response to that thought and more. My favorite.
Yeah,
It's the same people. You don't get it. That Choppy's making T-shirts about.
Yeah, and Mike was done wrong, or he was full
come
picture
on,
matters now. Like, we have a complete picture, and there's been a lot of discussion about Mike was done wrong, or he was put in an impossible position. And there are a lot of things about the job here in Dallas, and for Mike specifically, that he was put in a very difficult position. There's no doubt about that, and that has to be owned. There's been plenty of discussion about that, though. I don't think there's been nearly enough discussion about what does Mike have to own about how things.
Where's the rant, man? Come on.
He had been out of the league for a year and a half or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was like December or something like that.
Had no idea what was coming in March of 2020 in terms of just the limitations that would exist in a COVID NFL. But when he hires his staff, he hires, I think the number it was 5 or 6 guys, 5 or 6 assistants that he hired, like position coaches, full-time position coaches, and an assistant coach. Had not been employed in the NFL.
I should have. It's my bad, y'all. I should have listened.
Considered by some of the time.
I should have listened to this on the front end.
Are you hiring buddies here? Buddies who none of the NFL wanted to hire after it went poorly. This wasn't. There's one thing for us to take a chance on you. We're taking a chance on an entire staff or entire coaches that nobody had employed in the NFL last year.
What's your point?
All right, autonomy. Autonomy. Do it. That's fine. Okay, we'll hires here. Who were telling people at the time.
Do anybody got the clip notes?
Not exactly sad.
Tech is hiring his buddies.
There's certain decisions were taken out of his hand at some point.
Okay.
It was a lot of coaches who people just wondered, are these the right guys for the job? Whatever, fine. Do things your way. As much as it was like, well, Mike decided for continuity to retain Kellen Moore. Yes and no. Well, I mean, a lot of that was, there was heavy influence of like, we really think you should keep Kellen Moore. In that process, Doug Nussmeier gets bumped up to quarterbacks coach with Kellen. They run into problems really quick.
Man, I'm done, man. I tried it, man, but I don't know what was the point. It may be on this last final clip, but I'm tired. I ain't gonna do it. Shit. I ain't gonna do it, man. I'm gonna have to find it, man, when we're not live and then talk about it. My bad, y'all. Y'all can never get those time back in your life. Y'all would never get that time back. But since there's no rewind button, but if there is a situation and scenario that you can find way to rewind your time, I'm just gonna say this right here with one of our other sponsors.
There are times in life you wish you had a do-over. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frenkel and Frenkel, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
214 and that's 817 and all of the threes your mind can design or dial, and call that number. And if you definitely need that rewind feature, man, just call them, because you don't want to waste your time. That's why I say that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, so check out Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, man, and be sure to reach out to them if you're ever in a wreck, if you ever even stump your toe at work. Reach out to them, and they will take great care of you, because not like those insurance companies, man, they like to take advantage of you, They would take care of you over here on FrenkelFirm.com or Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. Be sure to reach out to them. All right, with that hotline for your mind, 657-390-7391. And by the way, Bobby Belt is my guy, so don't y'all try to do that sneak dissing thing. I'm not dissing him. I'm definitely not. But man, I don't know what was the point. They said he was gonna go off and tell the truth about Mike McCarthy and things of that nature. So I was waiting for it, and I didn't have enough time, you know. But Law, they dangled a carrot, and you didn't get the point. They'll keep you tuned in. Yeah, they did. yeah. And we got a super chat. It's from Swayze. He says Dak lovers would rather sniff jock straps and get the first black head coach and an elite quarterback in Shedeur Sanders. Dak about to have 3 head coaches, laughing out loud. I don't know, man. You got to call in and break that down, Swayze. I don't know, man. But shout out to you for the super chat. Come on with it.
Now I only need an account the ones who ball with me. Down to 5 with me.
9-10. Too cool for school, man. You're live on the nation, man. What's good with you, fam?
Hello, what's up with you?
Hey, man, all is well, man.
Look, I know you be rocking with Troy. I rock with
Troy. That's my guy, man. You know, I cried when he got hurt. But go ahead, you know.
Take the roster out of it. Take the rosters off. Take the rosters out of play. Delete all the coaches right now. What job would be the most coveted out of all the NFL teams if you just take the rosters out of it? What job?
Oh, you just talking about we had the Great Reset, right? You know, and the Great Reset, and everybody got to start over at zero, and the first people they'll run to the Cowboys. They'll be the first organization. So
right now, the Cowboy job is coveted, right? But we got to be careful, right? Because I think a lot of people are looking at the head coach perspective, and they're not looking at the big picture. If Jerry Jones told Dion right now, he knew that man had a buyout when he picked up that phone and called Dion first and foremost. He knew he had a buyout. But if Jerry and Dion is working towards the number game right now, Dion truly can't go off that right now and say, I want that to be my defense coordinator, I want that to be my offense coordinator. You can guarantee and you can book it. The offense coordinator and the defense coordinator that he has at Colorado will not come with him to the NFL. The coordinators, the scheming and all of that,
right.
utilize that at NFL, right? So when he's talking to Robert Saleh, y'all and us might be saying, okay, he's interviewing him for the head coach. But Jerry might take him in the room and say, we're going to interview you for the head coach. However, if you don't get a job out there as a head coach, how do you feel about being a defense coordinator?
I mean, that's the number one plan. If you get somebody in for an interview, you want to showcase that this is the opening, you know, that we have. But ultimately, on the way out, would you be willing to accept the DC job or OC job? That's common practice, you know. And that's throughout any company that basically that is hiring, especially if you are in a private sector like this job is, you know what I'm saying? But I get with what you're saying, though, you know, they trying to assemble the team. My only drawback on all of this is I like the ideology of your head coach coming in and he assemble his people, you know, versus forcing and squeezing, you know.
Hey, so what if Dion told Jerry, I'm cool with coaching Dak, but if I coach Dak, I want that person right there to be my offense coordinator. What if Jerry picking up that phone? Again, we're not on the phone call. We're not in the room.
Right. Hypotheticals are always too cool to talk about.
But what if Jerry saying, hey, Kellen, how much you making over there with the Philadelphia Eagles? I might not bring you here as the head coach, but I'll pay you $7 million to be the offense coordinator.
I mean,
because now he can one up the Eagles, and he already familiar with that. Now all Dion got to do is come in, because what if Dion signed off? What if Dion told Jerry, my number one offense coordinator that I would want on staff right now if I took the job would be Kellen Moore?
Right.
Get it done.
Right. Well, at this point, man, that's all subjective, and also what you said is hypothetical. But I get with your point. But what's your point, though, man? What's your point?
Because my point is, though, Law, you saying that everybody is saying that Jerry not going to let Dion come here with 40 coaches. Man, this college and NFL is different. You need 40 coaches in college to assist with the students and the kids and all the stuff they got going on. You're not going to need 40 coaches in the NFL. If I had if I had to say one coach that I knew for a fact that was coming with Deion to Dallas, I would probably put my money on it that it would be Warren Sapp.
Yeah, it'd be Warren Sapp. Yeah, he'd be in the building. You know,
right?
He can't get a job. He can't get a job anywhere else, especially when they caught him in that hotel with them women. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels to it, you know. But I give it what you said, man. Deion is a hell of a influencer, and what I'm saying is you bring in Deion Sanders for the influences, not for his coaching in general. And I'm not dogging his coaching. I think that he's going to do that. But if you look how he left my Jackson State, somebody was saying that they won the SWAC and won the whole thing after he left. But he gave the foundation. Kind of similar to Jimmy Johnson to a degree, even though Deion never played under Jimmy, but he would have that same effect is what I'm getting at. And I appreciate you, bro. What else you got before I let you go?
I just got to say, man, just pay attention to what Troy Aikman say and what Michael Irvin say. They never count Deion out. And they talk to Deion, and they all three of them are close to Jerry. That's all I'm telling people. Just Michael Irvin low-key be snitching, and Troy Aikman said he would never count Deion out for that head coach job. Hey, that's all I got to say. I think it's going to be Deion.
All right. Well, hey, man, if you're right, man, look, the next time they send me some primes, I'll send them your way, too. Come on with it. Yeah.
Right there. You have a good day.
Yeah, all right, too cool. Yeah. If they send me some primes, I'm sending them to Too Cool Way. I'm not even going to open the box. I'm going to give them fresh up. You're going to come here, and I'm going to send them over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to send them straight to them. Yeah. So at the end of the day, man, we get it. You know, the Cowboys going to always be that spotlight. If you rip it open and you start everybody at zero, I think Andy Reid would come here. You know what I'm saying? He'll be at the front of the line talking about, hey, I know I'm at KC, but I'm going to try to finagle and finesse to figure out a way that I can be the coach of the boys, you know? And they're still talking about the boys. You turn on the TV, what they talking about right now? Y'all turn them on. Turn on the TV. Let me know what they talking about. Yeah. It's just for what it is. I know some people right now in the chat will leave their wife and kids right now for Lori Harvey, and she's been dating everybody. It's like, hey, it's Lori Harvey, man. I just want to get one feel in, you know? That's just what it is. So I get it. I understand sometimes when you are the shining light and you got all of the stuff that's shining bright, those are people that want to see those things. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. From the 9-10 Smoke 1, and then we have Darius, and I see my guy Swayze in the building. So from the 9-10, you in. Talk to me.
What's up, Laudation? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, man, all is well. Can't complain, bro. What you got?
Man, I sent you a message on X, bro, so you check out two things I sent you on there.
Okay, I definitely peep at it. Yeah.
Nothing for it. But, bro, can we stop talking about Kellen Moore? I don't want to hear the guy's name, man.
He got an interview. He got an interview, man.
Oh, God. Well, what are they doing to us, bro?
What more do you want from me?
Yes, indeed, man. I see some people capping right now. See people capping right now, Smoke, in the chat. They like, nah, man. Lori Harvey, you know, somebody said she been ran through in the industry. Yeah, but they be like, hey, big head. I saw you slid in my DMs, you know. Kiss but don't tell, you know. I know y'all players. Y'all some players over there. Yes, indeed. But it is what it is, man.
It is what it is, man. I mean, I hope you pick somebody that's disciplining the team, bro, and get it on the right track, bro. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah.
We're all tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Just pick somebody that's going to put us in the right track, bro. But I can't see Kellen Moore do a little baby face.
Oh, my God. Can he grow a mustache at least? You know? Never trust a beard or something. A long sideburn or something, man. Come on, man.
It's like I'm getting my son and say, hey, why don't you go out and coach the Cowboys for me, bro?
Yeah. Smooth face Kellen Moore, you know. He don't shave, man. Come on. Now, bearded Moore, we probably say, all right, yeah. He became a man, you know.
Man, that's what I'm talking about,
peach fuzz.
Anyway, but bro, who do you feel in your right mind that you want to be the head coach, bro? Be honest.
My first my first choice would be Prime. You know, and I know shoot. They say
Everybody's first choice.
everybody's first choice. Look, if we gonna lose in god doggone high prime fashion, dog. Give me my thing, Mercy. You know, hey, at least we see some entertainment. It'll be content galore. They'll give me two blue checks by my name.
People complaining. It's like, dang, we got two big egos, but I think Prime gonna take over though.
Yes, indeed, man. Can you imagine going out to Oxnard and you seeing the damn golden bus pull up, or the go-kart coming out of it, or man, shoot, man, we'll have a great time. We'll have some culture, man. It would be no more George Strait, and no offense to George Strait, but it would be no more George Strait and Hootie and the Blowfish and Polly Dolly. You know,
Hey, Prime gonna get that damn playlist changed quick, boy.
That playlist gonna be crunk, baby.
Jonesy looks around like, man, what is that? Who's playing that music?
They be like, well, now he's saying Future is playing the song. He's saying too fast. Yeah, he was moving too fast, you know.
But anyway, man, I want to just talk to you later on, man. I just had fun talking to you, bro. You cracked me up today, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Yes.
All right, man.
All right, I'll slide you Lori Harvey's number in a few, man. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Oh, shit. Yeah, man. Boy, I'm telling y'all, man. No more Dolly in there. Oh, my gosh, man. But hey, don't y'all counsel me, man. I'm just saying, I'm spitting the truth over here. Yes, indeed. No more raisins in the damn potato salad. You know, come on with it. All right, man. No more light-skinned cornbread, too. I got from the 214, and then I have Swayze. The 214, you're live on the Nation. Talk to your boy.
Nah, that cash app still ain't hit. JT Taylor, you still owe some paper. I'm just waiting on it, dog. First thing I want to say was that if Deion is the head coach, we'll win the Super Bowl within 3 years. Let me outline the way that it'll go.
Yeah.
The first year, we'll be over 500. Way over 500.
Right.
The second year, we'll go to the NFC Championship. The third year, we'll win the Super Bowl. You can book that.
Man, I think that he can probably escalate that thing and get us there. Within the second year, we'll be competitive. We'll compete this first year because of the simple fact we got third place schedule. Yes, our schedule is very daunting. But some of the core pieces that we have, first and foremost, we got CeeDee Lamb, who's electric, right? To a degree, we got this offensive line pieces that's going to be better. I think Tyler Smith is going to be better than what he was last year by having an extra year under his belt. I think that Cooper Beebe, whatever capacity that he's in, he's going to be better. So, yeah, the offensive line, organically speaking, should be better. Jake Ferg, I know he had an off year. I think that he'll bounce back. We go into this draft. We draft a wide receiver. Maybe we get a Horn that was on his team, at Colorado. We'll have. Here's one of the things that people fail to realize. When you get a college coach, you also get a coach that's very familiar with all of the college players for at least the first 2 or 3 years. Because they've been scouting them. They've been looking at them. Not saying that that's what Prime been doing, but that is all going to come to the table, just like when Jimmy Johnson got here. We had a leg up on all of the scouts, you know what I'm saying? Because he just came from coaching, from college to the pros. So, yeah, it's going to be nice, man. And then not to add in to what we can do really on defense, because it will be a situation and scenario that we will have the ability to build around Parsons and add more to it. Yeah, I think that we'll get some freebies on free agencies that will come over here for a little less change. Yeah, I would like Prime.
So you basically see the vision that I'm painting.
Right.
The only caveat is that we will have to get Shador. You mean to tell me that Deion gonna come here without his son in Dallas? Stop the cap. Stop it. Like make it make sense.
Yep.
He will retire as a coach in Dallas and win the Super Bowl in Dallas with his son. That's what would have to happen. So
hold on, Darius. Let me just say this. Gabriel, so are you lamenting the fact that you would rather have Kellen Moore over Prime? That's all I want to know. Are you guys willing to have Kellen? Just give me a yes or no in the chat. Are y'all willing to, if you had two choices, not three, not four, Prime or Kellen Moore, let me know right now. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Because if this experience thing that we are saying that Kellen Moore have over here is more beneficial to us than Prime, then let me know. Put Prime in the chat if you rather have Prime. Put KM in the chat if you rather have Kellen Moore. Because and you can't say either. If it's getting down to one piece, Kellen Moore Prime. Look, I just have to live with the Prime. Give me 8 toes down, baby. Yeah. What you got, bro?
Listen, man, Kellen Moore not ready. He's not ready to be a head coach. The first thing Kellen Moore needs to do, he needs to go back to college and break his, get his chops going in college and be a head coach in college first.
Yeah.
At least do that for about a good 5 to 8 years before he try to come and be a head coach in the NFL. He's not ready. He's just not ready. It's been too many times to where they have predicted where Kellen Moore is finna go with his play calling. That's that. I don't even want to go into that.
Yeah.
But you already know my decision and my choice on that. Listen, so I'm standing 10 toes down on this Deion thing. Once again, I want to tell y'all, I was right about Jim Harbaugh. I was right about Dan Quinn.
You right.
I was right about Mike McCarthy. I was right about Jalen Daniels. I was right about the Commanders. I was right about Kellen Moore, and I was right about Sean Payton. I'm 7 for 7. Deion would make me. Deion would make me 8 for 8. So when I'm standing 10 toes down on something, you might want to listen, or else you want to put your money up. And I'm still waiting on that paper, JT Taylor. Okay. So
hey Lou done already paid up?
Nah, it ain't hit. It ain't hit yet.
Hey. Damn, y'all owe my guy Darius some money, man. Hey, y'all be a man and stand on your word. Now, this is what I'm gonna do, man. Since you made that bet, if they don't pay up in three weeks, let's do 4 weeks. Operating in even numbers. If they don't pay up in 4 weeks, I'll pay the debt, and every day they'll have to owe me. How about that? I call them out every week. So yeah, they got 4 weeks, and I'll pay your debt. What, $200, right?
Yep,
$200. $200. I know. I put REAL in my name on my birth certificate. It says Law Real Christopher. You know what I'm saying, Nation? Come on, baby.
You're real. You for sure real. This is my last point. This is my last point. And this is not like going towards Kellen Moore. This is just to show you how bad Mike McCarthy was. When Kellen Moore was here with 2 Hall of Famers on the offensive line, every year Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator, we was top 12 in running in run offense.
Yeah.
When Mike McCarthy started calling the plays with that same offensive line, bottom 15. Let that sizzle in your spirit. That just goes to show you how bad Mike McCarthy was.
No doubt.
It's a glorious day that we don't got to deal with that trash no more. Praise God.
Hallelujah. Come on with it, man. All right, bro. That's Darius from the 214. Calling in saying, hey, pay up the debt. Y'all gonna put the debt on me. Y'all put it on me. Come on, hey Lou. Y'all can send in the $100 super chat or something. $100. It'll be $200 super chat between you and JT, man. Because if not, I'm gonna continue to talk bad about y'all. Pay that man his money. Y'all want me to go be working and washing cars and asking people paper or plastic. Come on, baby. Y'all pay that man his money and that y'all owe that man. Because when it was time for me to pay up on that tomahawk steak, hold on, Darius.
You paid up,
say it again. Say it so when I lost my money, I had to give you a tomahawk steak on a date. On the damn date, whatever you went on. But hey, I had to pay up my bill.
Cheeks afterwards. I clap cheeks afterwards, by the way. Yes. Law paid up expeditiously. We made the bet on the Sunday. He paid up on a Monday.
Yeah.
All a real one.
Yeah. So, man, appreciate you, man. I just had to put him back on the phone. All right. So, I'm letting y'all know that I'm real. The way I walk, the way I talk. I'm real. From the 908, my brother from another mother, Swayze. What's good with you, man? Yeah.
What's going on, Law? I ain't call in, man. I ain't call in a minute, man.
I'm glad you haven't been gloating, boy. You could be gloating, bro. You 2-3 days late. You can be gloating right now on your prediction with the prime time conversation. Come on with it, you know.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be Kellen Moore. That's just I'm about 95% sure it's gonna be Kellen Moore. Especially like the success they have the Eagles' success they have in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about from our perspective. You gotta look at it from Jerry Jones' perspective. He already thought Kellen Moore was the next guy. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like so now that he sees Kellen Moore go to his division rival, and he sees the success Saquon Barkley has had, he sees they're in the playoffs, they have a chance to go to the NFC Championship game. Kellen Moore is going to be the next Jason Garrett of the Dallas Cowboys, with Dak Prescott being the next Tony Romo. It's like we're in the dark ages, fellas. Like it's over. Like actually, in all actuality. Again, it goes back to the contract. That was the worst don't say it. Come on, bro. It's a trickle down effect. It's a trickle down effect. Like, gave him that contract. Guess what? We have. First of all, Dak Prescott is definitely in decision making. You don't think Dak Prescott didn't like Kellen Moore? He loved Kellen.
Oh no, he loved Kellen. Yeah. That's his boy.
He loved Kellen.
Yeah.
He could do. Dak could do whatever he want. The whole 9 yards. Like. Same thing, Tony Romo loved Jason Garrett. It's the same situation. And the fact is, Deion, he's not going to come here if his son's not coming here, he is one of the next elite black quarterbacks, by the way, that we're not going to get. That he might go to the Giants, our division rival. So even then, like we're not going to be able to get Shedeur Sanders, so Deion's not going to be willing to go, especially dealing with the NFL headache. It's like he'll come if it's Shedeur with him and ain't Dallas, and that's the prophecy is complete, and he'll have fun, well-off media's there. He'll be able to do that, but with Dak Prescott, I don't think he's rocking with Dak like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I would say a coach that's going to be elite that we actually should take a look at is Kenny Dillingham from Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Kenny Dillingham. He's actually going to be one of the next elite head coaches in football, period, in college and the NFL.
Kenny Dillingham.
Kenny Dillingham from Arizona State, the head coach. Like I think he's only like 35 years old, 34 years old. He took an Arizona State team who had less talent and got
Scatterboo coach.
Yep, Scatterboo coach. Yep. But even then, Scatterboo wouldn't be Scatterboo because you know why? Because Kenny Dillingham with the Scatterboo, because Scatterboo wasn't working out like he wanted to. He told Scatterboo, he said, you could be an NFL running back, one of the best. I mean, like have a nice NFL career if you just take care of your body. Like you kind of get what I'm saying? Like so even the motivation factor reminds me of Jimmy Johnson. The way he coaches reminds me of Jimmy Johnson. The psychology factor on his plays reminds me of Jimmy Johnson. Again, we're gonna go through the obvious. We're gonna get the ex-Jets head coach. We're gonna go through. We might take a look at Nick Saban, give him a call. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the real next head coach, the one that's gonna be around for the next 20 to 25 years, to 20 to 25 years, or even 30 years, is Coach Dillingham. I'm telling you.
I see his background: Auburn, Florida State, Oregon, and now Arizona State. He cut most of his teeth over there at Florida State and Oregon. So yeah, I'm seeing his background. He's 34 years of age now. Okay, I'll be following his philosophies and principles and all of this stuff for the future. But I think he still got a little bit more growing to go. Right? You know, he got high potentials on the upside though. Yeah.
He got more experience than Kellen
Moore.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like if I'm gonna get someone inexperienced, let me get someone experienced who actually got the resume as a head coach.
Yeah.
The big D1 schools who took a less talented team and ended up going neck and neck with I forgot which team it was in the playoffs, but ended up going neck and neck with them with a less talented team. I'm looking at head coaches like that.
All right.
Who can advance their players, not just like be a walk around head coach.
But all right, so I'm not gonna let you slide on this Dak Prescott thing, though. You know, you got until the year 2028 before you can even, thinking about moving on from him and doing all of that. So my thing is, I get it. I get it. You said Dak lovers and everything, but here's my thought, Swayze. You as a coach getting this job, how can you make Dak better, though? How can you win with him? How can you put things around him? Because it's not like he's dog food or dog water. I think that you can pretty much make it better for him and figure out ways to go into this draft and get pieces to help support your $250 million quarterback that you paid for.
All right, so that's why it goes to my next topic. The job is not as coveted. It's because of Dak Prescott, right? And not because of Dak Prescott's play. He's not trash. It's just the contract and what I'm dealing with, right? The owner has just said, I paid Dak. I'm about to pay Micah. I'm about to pay CD. I'm not putting out my pocketbook or my credit card to pay for something else. You have to work with the perceived elite players that we already have, right? That's why I think Troy Aikman was getting at, but he can't just say it's because of Dak Prescott, or he can't just say it's because of Michael Parsons. It's because it's not as coveted as a head coach like a Ben Johnson, because I have less to work with in terms of improving the roster. And the only way to improve the roster is through the draft. And even then, I have a 2-3 year window to improve this team. And with draft picks, you have to wait around 2 to 3 years to make sure they develop. And then you have to you have to switch your scheme around. Dak Prescott has to learn your scheme. If you want,
that what Drew Pearson said. You want to not start over and hit the great reset button. You want to bring in familiarity. So with that being said, Swayze, my number one goal would be, okay, we know that you got a quarterback that can win you 12 games or get you to the postseason when healthy. Basically, you do know that, right? So when we get to the postseason, my ideology is not to make sure that only Dak Prescott can win you those games. It's for someone else to stand tall, like give him run game. Let's figure out a way. Somebody mentioned, can you trade for George Pickens? Maybe he can be on the opposite side of CeeDee Lamb. He got a dog nasty mentality. Garrett Wilson, he's another guy that lamented the fact that he's willing to be traded or wanting to be traded. Maybe you can match that up in the free agency or coming around about the way I think, or you got to trade for him. Those are ways that you can better this team so that you can go into these postseason and win games from there. I think that that's ultimately what the Ravens did, right? Didn't the Ravens went out there, they drafted a legitimate wide receiver, although he's hurt and he's out for the remainder of the postseason, but they do have run game to a guy that's going to be a 3-time MVP winner, right? Because they gave him more weapons.
Yeah, but even then, right, it's based off your skill set. Like, they're able to get a Derrick Henry because based off Lamar Jackson's skill set, he's dangerous in the pass too, so it opens up running lanes for Derrick Henry because they also worry about Lamar Jackson. I don't necessarily think. I mean, like Dak Prescott lost his athleticism, and also you have to look at the fact that as a businessman, right? I'm giving my quarterback $60-65 million. I need to see the ball in the air. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like now it's entertainment. Now the entertainment factor of the business side comes up. If I put all my resources in terms of investment, I need to see my return on investment. And I need you to entertain the fans that are already there. And by you doing that as the quarterback, the thing that you can do as the quarterback is throw the ball in the air. So that means I need to see 300-yard passing with 3 touchdowns. I need to see 400 yards passing.
Hopefully the new coach can at least derive away from that. But I appreciate for calling in, Swayze. I wish we had more time, but we don't. I got this line long.
All right, let me just say one thing though. At the end of the day, guys, like we're in the Al Davis phase, right? So like, it doesn't matter what head coach we're going to get. We're not going to the Super. Like, for instance, I give just one last thing. Remember you said, Sam Darnold's gonna get $50 million. Do you think Sam Darnold's still gonna get $50 million in the offseason?
Not based off of that last game. He was close. Somebody would have paid that kangaroo money if he'd have went in that game and blew the doors off of the LA Rams. Yeah, but he ain't getting in there.
So that it reminds you of the 2022 season where we had a great year, but then Dak Prescott shit the bed. It's the same. You don't have to pay.
But that's the time that.
$60 million.
But guess what, Swayze? Now, dog, I was just about to let you go, man. But that's the time that you offer the contract. You buy low and sell high. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys should have, after that season, would have said, Dak, we got $51 million on the table for you right now. Take it or leave it. I'm guaranteeing you, he would have been like, yeah, all right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and sign the dotted line, especially before Hurts and all of those other boys got their contract. But you don't wait till after he have an all-pro season to say, yeah, now it's time for us to pay you, because his agent going to look at this thing and say, hey, my client, he had an all-pro season. This was his record 3 consecutive years of 12-5. You're going to have to pay him the market value rate. He's not going to get paid low. But now somebody can go to Sam Darnold and say, hey, we saw that playoff game. Hey, would you do it for 30? Would you do it for 45? You know, and I'm quite sure there will be teams with kangaroo money that will give Sam Darnold that.
No, I agree. Yeah. You're right about
that.
Appreciate
you, bro.
Ultimately, it's on Jerry. Like,
Yes, indeed. But thank you for calling in, Swayze. Thank you for being part of the show, bro. Yeah.
All right, no problem. See you.
No doubt. And that's my thoughts on it, man. You got to play the game and the market game the way it is. Do I want Dak Prescott to get $60 million? It's not coming out of my pocket. No. But what I said was, hey, if you want to pay Dak Prescott and get him at that market value rate of 50 to 51 or the $52 million, you had to do it before others got paid their money. Yeah, but if the longer you wait, the more you're going to pay. And unfortunately, the Cowboys waited forever. CeeDee Lamb would have rushed to that table if they had $29 million APY before Justin Jefferson got his bag and the other boys, right? But by them waiting, they had to pay him based off of the stats and the accolades what Jay Jetta got. Jay Jetta, look, Jay Jetta had a horrid postseason. Y'all can't find me a postseason game where Jay Jetta, and I'm not beating up your boy Action Powell because I know how you feel about LSU boys. He haven't had a breakout postseason game ever. And he's the highest paid wide receiver. Guess what? The 14-3 Minnesota Vikings should be praising the Cowboys right about now, because nobody talking about how they wet the bed and how they was getting blown through like dog diarrhea on that O-line, and Sam Darnold couldn't hit a wet boat. He couldn't hit the water if he fell off a boat, right? He landed on sand, you know. So they should be thanking and praising us. Brian Flores, nobody even talking about him now for a head coaching job or the offense, well, the coordinator there and all of this stuff. Stay Paid says Sam Darnold is going to get 55 to 60 million. No, I don't think that will be his price now. I think that is going to be right at 40. 40 would be kind of high. It's going to be just above what Baker Mayfield got. And at one point of time, they were they were on a situation and scenario that them two boys was on the same team. Yeah, I got 100 grand with the plan from the 201. My dog, my brother from another mother. You're live on the nation. Baby, talk to me.
Hey, Lord, you know what I'm saying? You know what Future said? Steve, I don't want him.
Yeah.
It's an evil world we live in.
Y'all get them likes up, baby. Y'all get them likes up. My like patrol, my like snipers are telling y'all get them likes up. Come on with it. Yeah.
God, get them likes up, man. Get them comments up. But yeah, man, look. You can't talk about Dak Prescott contract and how you contradicted yourself. You put your foot in your mouth. You talk about how Dak Prescott can't do this and Dak Prescott can't do that, but yet you talk about you paid the man $60 million. I want to see the ball in the air. How does that have you win games?
It don't have you win games.
So you're talking like Jerry Jones, bro. So sit down. Take a seat. Take a seat. You can't say what Dak Prescott can't do, and he ain't the quarterback, but yet say I paid him $60 million. He got to put the ball in the air.
Yeah.
Don't sit down, man. Don't take a seat.
Yeah.
You're not making sense. You're not making sense at all.
Mm.
Jalen Hurts getting paid a big contract. Is he putting the ball in the air? No. They got Saquon over there, and he got Smitty and A.J. Brown, and he still ain't putting the ball in the air. If Dak was over here doing what Jalen Hurts is doing, what would Cowboy Nation be saying?
Oh my gosh,
what
man.
would they be saying, Lord?
Woo-wee. Yeah.
You got A.J. Brown, you got Smitty, and you ain't putting that ball in the air. You one half of a play, and you only got 35 yards.
Yeah, they be panicking over here, man. Even if you win, but that goes with the territory of being a Cowboy fan. It's always something that they don't like. Even in the win, they don't like. I'll just say, man, look, we winning, dog. You know what I'm saying? Look, run the ball. There's nothing wrong with running the ball. Yeah.
Y'all not sitting here saying Jalen Hurts can't even throw a 10-yard pass. Y'all say that about Dak, but what Jalen Hurts doing? Swinging trash, and he got A.J. and Smitty. Kevin Moore's offense can't even be ran because Jalen Hurts can't handle the offense. Nobody's talking about that.
Come on with it.
Kevin Moore can't even run his offense. Know how I know? Because Philly people are saying it. They're saying it.
Man.
Saying it. Everybody want to talk about, Kevin Moore's evolved, man. He's running the ball now. No, Jalen Hurts is incapable of running his offense. That's why they're running the football. It got nothing to do with Kevin Moore's evolved. He hasn't done shit.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing, though. Outside of Swayze thoughts and opinions of Dak Prescott, and the notion that the Cowboys may strongly bring in Kellen Moore, because I don't see any of the other candidates that can move the room like Kellen. Think about it. He's been here for 8 years.
Offense, return of the no ID offense. Oh Lord, here we go.
Yep, and they banking on what's the Eagles record? What's the Eagle record this year? 14. They won 14 games or something like that. They're in the playoffs.
Because of Saquon.
No. But you got to look at it from Jerry's point of view. It's because of his grandson now. Yeah.
And his, you know what else Philly fans are saying?
Right.
Thank you for their coach for taking Kevin Moore and locking him in the closet. That's what Philly is saying about Kevin Moore. So those content creators, man, I want to win a Super Bowl now. Kevin Moore is our way that we can win a Super Bowl now. Shut up. Shut up. If I could say it on his show, I would, Law. So if anybody come out and say, man, he run the other shows, talk about people. Other people don't give me the platform to say it. And Law, my brother, so Law know when I come on, I spit flame. Law don't care. Me and Law airtight. Anybody, if you want to come on Law's show and we can debate this, let's go. All the smoke. Man, I'm in the gym. I'm hyped up. I want all the smoke.
All the smoke, man.
You know what I mean? I'm just speaking real, dog. I'm tired of people with platforms coming on here talking, and it's like, man, I want the real Kevin Moore's evolved. What have you sat down and watched? Because you saw the Eagles record? Because you watched the game of the Eagles, so you saw the Eagles running and the Eagles passing. So you think that that's Kevin Moore? That's not Kevin Moore.
Come on with it, bro. You cooking.
Eagles had our own debate. Is Kevin Moore calling the plays, or is Nick Sirianni calling the plays? Who's calling the plays? There was nobody saying that's Kevin Moore's offense and Nick Sirianni is just chilling. Nobody said that the whole year.
Yeah.
Nobody.
It's crazy, man. My thing is with all of this, bro, is that I hate it. That's why I wanted Green Bay Packers, man, to win that game so it could just snuff out and just put out all of that crazy smoke of Kellen Moore coming to Dallas. But by that one playoff win, is now they could beat the LA because they playing outside the elements, and LA is not an outdoors team, and it's going to be cold. And shout out to Matt Stafford, but he's old and brittle, and we're going to see what he can do with those wide receivers. And we heard that Karen, or however you say the man's name, can run in the snow, but it's going to be that's all perfect storm for the Eagles, because two things that travel: defense and run game. And there's two things that they got in the element of being outside. Oh, my God. Saquon, he used to playing out there at Penn State and all of that stuff in Pennsylvania. So he used to playing in cold weather. He used to playing in Giants land. So this is just going to be a walk in the park for them to say down, set, hut, and turn the ball over to Saquon Barkley. It's going to be a good game, but it's going to be a difficult game for L.A. Yeah.
It's going to be a difficult game for L.A.
Yeah.
But they know what Kevin Moore going to do. Man, they even said it. Everybody said it. Yo, they knew Kevin Moore going to do this, Kevin Moore going to do that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Why do you think Jalen Hurts is throwing these 5-yard passes? Because if you hold the ball long, what was 2 years ago? Dak Prescott's window is so tight that nobody's running wide open. Why do you think A.J. Brown reading a book on the sideline? Because he can't run verts because he can't get wide open.
Yep.
Because they know what Kevin Moore is going to do.
Because I said that. I said that like it would be no element of surprise that the offense may be number one. But when teams figure out what they doing, they're going to sit on them routes. They're going to jump them.
They're going to sit on them routes. It's over. The only thing that's saving the Eagles is Saquon. If Saquon wasn't there, they wouldn't have the record they got. They wouldn't have won the playoff game. Because Kevin Moore's offense is trash. They would have linked in on that. Saquon is saving them. Now, unless we're going to go get Gentry in the draft, that's the only way. I'll say, okay.
Wait! I got my guy Queso. He said Law didn't Kellen didn't run Zeke in 2019 top offensive line. All right, so first and foremost, in 2019, by the way, we had Xavier Su'a-Filo. You know what I'm saying? We had Cam Fleming. We had a lot of injury pieces on that O-line. People talk as if, though, this offensive line been well intact. This offensive line been porous. But not to just talk about Cam Fleming and Xavier Su'a-Filo and all of these boys. Keep in mind, we still didn't have a center because of the fact that my guy Travis Frederick was off and on and all of this stuff in 2019. On top of that, in the prime of Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, what you're seeing out of the not Denver Broncos, but the Detroit Lions, we had that already here, and Kellen Moore didn't know what to do with it. He didn't know what to do with it. Tony Pollard was just as explosive. Not saying that he is Jahmyr Gibbs, but he was just as explosive as Jahmyr Gibbs. And he didn't even know what to do with a two-back set because Kellen Moore was still learning. But to Kellen Moore's defense, I'm just going to defend him just a little bit, 100 grand. Is that, he could learn a little bit through the course of time from 19 to 2025. But what I'm saying is it ain't that much, So all I'm saying is, come on, Cowboy Nation, let's stop it, man. We wasted an opportunity with a coach in training as an offensive coordinator in 2019. Come on with it.
Law, listen here, Law.
Yeah.
Everywhere Kevin Moore has been, everybody figured out his offense.
Facts.
His offense been figured out.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Listen. And this best offensive line, if Kevin Moore would have been here in 2016, okay, it would have been rocking. Then we had the best offensive line. We had Zeke, we had Dak, and we had one wide receiver in the possible.
Yeah.
It could have worked.
It could have worked,
It could have worked.
Yeah.
And everybody talking about Dak Prescott, going through 3 coaches and all that. Was you saying that about Romo? Because Romo and Dak Prescott's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Let's be real, now. Come on now. Pretty much the same. So if you're going to talk about how Dak Prescott's trash, talk about how trash Romo was then.
No
doubt,
doubt,
it was the
man.
same thing.
Same thing,
But y'all
man.
not going to talk about that. Y'all not going to say that. And we know why y'all not going to say that.
No
All right,
doubt.
I'm going to holler at you.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
And hold on. Lord do pay his bets.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of times.
Yeah.
Lord paid me too.
Yeah.
Lord said he going to do something.
Yeah.
It's done.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, man.
It's my guy, 100 grand, man. He won a few bets, man. On top of that, he had won a jersey, and he was like, man, I don't wear another man's name, so give me a hoodie. So I had to go find him a hoodie, So he got multitudes of hoodies that he won from bets and stuff like that. So with that being said, I got 305. I got Point Dexter. And I'm seeing the 585 that's in the chat. So hold tight for your boy. And we're going to try to get to everybody. The phone lines are going to be decommissioned in about 4 minutes. So if you want to jump on in, and let's get this conversation going. But from the 305, my brother from another mother, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's good, Bill Law?
Hey, man, what's good?
Kevin Cliff?
Yeah, you good. You good.
They ain't paying their bets, Big Law.
Man, hey, Lou and JT, man, y'all names getting bad out here in these streets, man. Y'all got to go ahead and pay y'all bets, man.
Yeah, man, they can't be on Law Nation doing that, man. That's bad. That's bad for business.
Yeah. Bad for business, man.
Now you got to be the broker to get the money. Oh, that's
I got to be the broker. I give them 4 weeks, man. 4 weeks to pay up. If not, man, we gonna decommission them from the channel. We're gonna talk bad about them. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I want to piggyback off what y'all was just talking about, man. So let me get this straight because I'm kind of confused with what y'all saying. So do Kellen Moore call the plays or he don't call the plays because
he installed the plays. There are some plays like the route concepts of passing. He's involved with that. The run game plays are facilitated between Sirianni. So they do work as a team, though. It's like Sirianni is very involved into most of those things. So it's not just Kellen Moore like it was here. When you remember when Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore got into it, and he said, if you install them, you call them. Yeah.
During a period of time when Kellen Moore had and Kellen Moore was with what's the guy name we had also Callahan, right? That's his name. And they was together when they was here.
Scott Linehan, Linehan, right?
Linehan or Scott Linehan, I think that's his name. Scott Linehan or Callahan. Something start with a C. We had a coordinator.
Callahan. I don't know. Kellen Moore got here. He was here in 2015. So, and he came later that year, mid that year, I believe. So at some point, he's more of a Scott Linehan's tree, Doug Nussmeier's tree, as well as Jason Garrett. So that's where he cut his teeth at. Far as that, he was here even when we had John Kitna for a cup of coffee, and it was alleged to agree that those boys bumped heads on some things, and that's why you don't see John Kitna here. So all I can say is I'm not saying that Kellen Moore is dog water, and I'm not saying that he's elite or great. I'm saying that he's a guy that, in my opinion, is not head coach ready. It's going to be some more growing pains if you add him as your head coach. It's going to be more growing pains.
Yeah, I don't think he would get the locker room. I don't think the locker room would respect him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't bring no type of attention or no.
Right.
He doesn't bring no type of presence like that what Prime would bring in there. Just like the last caller said, what Trey can say. I agree with Trey, man, in certain sense. Like, I want to have an extra old guy in here. We already had that. We need a motivator. We need a Tomlin here. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I think everybody looking at the Prime situation the way they're looking at it, because we need a motivator.
Right.
I think that's what we're missing in this locker room. We're missing somebody who can get them off the ASS. You get what I'm saying? Especially in these big time games. Because you look at it from 2014 to now, and we're not even gonna go prior. We're just gonna go on that generation. You can see in big time games like these guys do not show up at all.
Yeah.
It's like they play down to the competition.
Yeah.
And that's all that's got to do with the head coach now waking them up and saying, hey, you know who we playing today? We're playing against the 49ers.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's no way these last 3 years, especially against the 49ers, we looked totally the same. That's why I wanted you to play the James Slater thing yesterday to show the people what the league is seeing, that even with the Kellen Moore thing, he's running Jason Garrett's playbook. You get what I'm saying? That's his tree. So you only teach what you learn. You get what I'm saying? So that's why the league looks the way it looks, because all these coaches be recycled.
Yep.
All of them. So no matter who you bring in here, you got to know that Jerry's going to say, well, hey, playboy, I know you got your own playbook, but, I kind of like this Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, left some things to fuzz. So no matter what, you always going to come in the Cowboys, you always going to have to adapt that type of playbook. That's why Dak looks the same. That's why when Mike McCarthy looked the same, you look at it and like, man, hold up, they running the same thing. And that's also why Amari Cooper was going off, not just because of the money or what was going on, because he started realizing that, man, hold up, man, we running the same exact play. These people know what I'm doing. That's what Philadelphia is going through now. But that's why I asked y'all, like, who actually called the play, because that's what they're going through, what we're going through. Yeah. Everybody knows what you're going to do.
Yeah, you're sitting on routes and stuff. The creativity, man, is what it is, man. Anytime you have Dan Orlowski, who's slurps up anything that Kellen Moore did, or he slurps up anything that Josh Allen did, calling out Kellen Moore, then if anybody know Kellen Moore than Dan Orlowski, have your way in it. You know what I'm saying? So if he's saying that the creativity and everybody sitting on routes, and as a friend and as a compatriot, that he would want Kellen Moore to exhibit better things, then then do that. But outside of that, man, it's crazy to me to even try to expound upon that. Even those, man, I'm seeing there's a bunch of people in the chat that's saying that Hurts is better than Hurts is better than Dak. Well, if you're looking at overall team success,
I disagree.
Yeah. If you look at that team success, team success, he went to the Super Bowl and these sorts of things. That's equivalent to saying that Brad Johnson is better than Dan Marino because he got a ring, So, and Jalen Hurts don't even have a ring, Or that's equivalent to saying, since Rex Grossman been to the Super Bowl and lost, right, that he's better than Tony Romo, right? So that's the equivalencies of what people are saying, because when I look at the stat sheet, and we can look at it by ourselves, side by side, while I got you on the phone, 305, hold tight. While I got you on the phone, I'm looking at the stat sheet side by side, right? And I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at what they basing quarterbacks off of, and the completion percentage, 64.4 completion percentage for Jalen Hurts, and I'm looking at a 66.8. I'm not even gonna look at passing yards per throw is still the same, 7.6. If you look at passing yards per game, you're looking at 257.7, and you're looking at 190 yards per game on average. If you look at the average, and then if you look at quarterback rates, 98.1 opposed to 93. Those are factors that Dak Prescott compel in comparison is not even on the same equal level of a Jalen Hurts, meaning that Dak Prescott numbers are blowing out Jalen Hurts on those comparables. On top of that, if you say this from the 305, can you imagine having A.J. Brown and Smitty on your team, and you have a low percentage as it relates to completion percentage as a 64.4? That's crazy. Dak Prescott only had that goodness and grace one time as it been healthy. And then they got rid of that. We had it one time, and that was 2021, right? When you had Amari Cooper and you had CeeDee Lamb. And that's the time they got rid of that. We haven't had that, nor did we had a running back that consistently give us 100 yards. So get out of here with all of the Jalen Hurts stuff when the facts speaks for themselves. Come on with it. Come on, y'all.
Hey, you ain't gotta waste your bro. We know Dak is better than Jalen Hurts. You talking about Jalen Hurts who lost his job to Tua in college.
Come on with it.
We're not even going to do that. Even though he's a good player. He's a good player in a right system. You talk about a system
good player in the right system.
That you can see he has a way better arm talent than Jalen Hurts. So we're not even going to entertain that crowd. But before I get out of here, we got a lot of callers. Do you think the reason why they hesitating as far as hiring a coach right now? Because I believe this is going to linger out close to the draft. But the reason why is that because the next coach that's going to come here is basically going to be a bridge coach for the next coach. Do you believe that? Because I think they really just giving out 2-year deals to this next coach because they have something bigger. Whether it's prime time, whether it's Jason Witten, or whoever it is,
right?
Just know that this coach right here, who they're going to hire, is going to be here for 2 years.
A 2-year contract? Yeah. I don't know, man. I need a coach with a 3 or 4 year contract. But I give it what you said, a bridge coach. You bring him in. Maybe there will be Mike Zim if that's the case in the scenario.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm really aiming towards the Mike Zim. Even with the Matt Moore, because you bring in Matt Moore, and you say, okay, you give him a 4-year contract, but you're not thinking you're going to go past 2 years.
Who's Matt Moore? Who's that?
Not Matt Moore. I mean, Kellen Moore.
Oh, Kellen Moore.
Yeah, Kellen Moore. I'm sorry. Not Matt. I got them going crazy.
Nah, man. They love Matt. They love Matt and they love Kellen. I appreciate you, bro. Just from the 305, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Let's be real, y'all. Come on, man. Y'all be thinking like crazy. Like, for real. Let's be real. On the offensive line, and Eagles versus Cowboys. Would Terrence Steele start, yes or no? Would Tyler Guyton start on the Eagles offensive line, yes or no? Come on with it, baby, Come on, Brock Hoffman may get a chance, but nobody on his offensive line outside of Tyler Smith will have a fighting chance to start on the Eagles offensive line. So come on, it ain't the two of the same things, But at the end of the day, shout out to the Eagles. I'm rooting for the L.A. Rams this weekend, though, so y'all can jump on this couch. Come on with all the Eagles fans in here trying to nudge to get into this conversation. We know we good over here. Y'all need to go check on y'all Eagles content creators over there. Y'all should be talking about the Eagles, man. Y'all got me pivoting and talking about some nonsense. I got my guy Point Dexter from the 409. You're live on the Nation, baby. Hey, talk to me.
Yeah, what we want, a coach and a general manager. Yeah. When we want it now. What we want, a coach and a general manager. When we want it now.
Now!
Why do we always drag our feet, man? We sitting up here talking about what coach and whatever. Get a coach now. We need to start working on this team, man. We don't need to be sitting up here for months, talking about who going to coach the Cowboys. Whoever you get, we're going to have to work with them. They're going to have to start working right now, man. We got a lot of things we got to do with this team. We need the coach now. I know they're not going to hire a general manager, but we need a general manager now.
No.
We need to start working. We need to start getting, man, look, $100,000 called and he saw the same thing I saw. I guess he read it. I didn't even read it because I was searching around there. Dak Prescott is a coach killer. I saw that. I wasn't gonna read that.
Oh my
garbage.
God! But there's a lot of it in there.
Oh, man, I wasn't gonna read that garbage, man. I have a for nighttime for me to, sit down and read about football or whatever, I'm not going to waste my time with no crap like that, man. What I need to hear is that we hired a coach. Right. Whoever they hire going to have to get to work.
Oh, they're going to have to roll up their sleeves tremendously, Point Dexter. Oh,
and
yeah.
They're going to have to deal with Jerry and all that old kind of stuff. And we'll have plenty of stuff to talk about. So, Jerry, we don't need to talk about who the coach going to be. Get the coach in, and then we can talk about what the coach needs to do. You know what I mean? Because this is ridiculous, man. And just like you had talked about that tandem, running backs. We talked about that 2-3 years ago, man. I even came up and told you the most successful plays they had was plays when Pollard and Zeke was on the field at the same time. And the same thing with Javonte Turpin. The most successful plays they had was when Turpin was on the field. Not that he always got the ball, but the successful plays was when he was on the field because you have to account for him. You know what I mean? And you can do other things off it. We have no creativity creativity at all. And hopefully we'll get somebody, a coach that could bring some type of creativity to the offense. Now, the defense, I like what Zimmer was doing. I think that, that we could have a formidable defense. I know we had a lot of injuries, but I really think we can have a formidable defense. When this draft and free agency and stuff come up, yeah, we need that second receiver.
Yeah.
But we need to do something with this defense. I'm looking for Micah Parsons to be the leader of the defense, and if you can get some people to run with that boy, like Overshawn came in, and we I have high hopes for Leopold, but I'm looking for them to bring in some people, some dogs. I need them to bring in some dogs, and that means that Jerry Jones will have to spend some money. And I don't know, because when you talk about going into these free agencies, see, the money comes from Jerry.
Yeah.
When you talk about signing bonuses and stuff like that, that means Jerry gonna have to spend some money. You know what I mean? Because this salary cap and stuff is all smoke and mirrors. You can get who you want to get. You just got to pay the money. You just got to get them the contract. Say, hey man, we're gonna pay you this up front, and we're gonna do this on the cap. That's how they do it. That's how all the teams is doing it. That's how these teams are getting players and stuff. So I don't care about all this smoke and mirror. Oh, we got a pie and all this old kind of stuff. All that is crap, man. That's about as much crap as that article I seen about Dak Prescott, man. We got to deal with all this old stupid stuff, man. I'm getting so tired of this stupid shit. That same thing with Amari Cooper. That's why he spoke out, man, because he was just tired of the stupid shit. Why do we keep having to do all this old stupid stuff, man? I get so tired. I'm a big time Cowboy fan, man. I've been a Cowboy fan since I was a kid. I came up with the Tony Dorsett's and the winning. You know what I mean?
Right.
I remember a partner of mine, we was talking about it, because we both came up at the same time, and we're talking about 10, 15 consecutive winning seasons. We are spoiled, man. This stuff here is just crap to us, man, because we are spoiled. We came up with a team of excellence. That's why the Cowboy name is so big, because Cowboy stood for excellence. And now we ain't doing nothing but getting a bunch of crap, man. And it hurts me to my heart, man. It really does. It hurts me to my heart. I appreciate you giving me this little format so I can vent a little bit, man.
Man, no doubt,
we
man.
need a coach. We need a coach now. We need a general manager. We need it now. We need to be outside or somewhere at Frisco or somewhere and have our signs saying we need a coach or a general manager. We need it now. We need to get, I don't know, whoever out there that can get a rally started.
But before I let you go though, Poindexter, I agree with your sentiments, man, about a sense of urgency. But at this point, the Cowboys do owe us a favor, just like what I heard on the interview earlier today, is that you don't want to basically rush it now, because they deserve to see who wins the Super Bowl, to bring in that coach, right? To wait till after all of this said and done. And like you say, the race is not to the swift nor the battle to the mighty, right? So you just got to endure it to the end of this one. And hopefully the right coach come in and they handle the free agency period and these sorts of things. But right now, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But at this point, I'll behoove the Cowboys to not get trigger happy. If it's not prime, if it's for them to wait and see what will be the results after all is said and done after the Super Bowl, bro. Appreciate you.
True that, Law. But what I was saying was, did they have a plan? Are we just flying by the seat of our pants? Did they know, okay, four games before the season was over, we hey, we're going to get rid of Mike McCarthy, could have fired him right after the last game, man, and went out there and started doing stuff, And like you say, it's good to wait till after Super Bowl, because they candidate, the one that they want, might be still in the playoffs right now. If that's the plan. No doubt. I hope that's the plan, that they waiting on somebody that's in the playoffs right now, and they want to talk to them before they make a decision. And that is good, man. That is good. So I appreciate you correcting me on that. Hey, man, have a glorious day. And, you know, I'm a Cowboy fan for life, so I'll say, how about them
Cowboys? Come on, boy. Smokey don't have nothing on us, man. Come on with it. Appreciate you. Yes, it is, my guy, Poindexter. All right, so what I'll do here, Smooth, he said he was trying to pay up his debt. So you can just cash app me and I send it over to my guy via that way. You just cash app me, and that's $LAW. Make sure you put the S in there, Nation, and that way maybe make sure that that's my right cash app, because somebody else been capitalizing off of my cash app. So go to it's in the description box, basically. Go to the description box where it says donate here, and make sure you send the cash app that way. And shout out to Law Rick's Snack Cakes and Things. Appreciate you for your support. Yeah. So send it over to my cash app, and I'll get it over to Darius. Yeah. So send it over, man. And my cash app is in the description box. By the way, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna post it so that you guys can get over there and be sure to pay up any bets that you guys got. Now, as a general rule of thumb, never bet more than you are. What is that? Whatever that saying is. If you don't have it, don't enter the bet conversations. Basically, that's the best way to say it. But these are the two. Let me do it this way, just in case y'all don't have the Cash App. The PayPal is already in the mix. Do I have Zelle? Now with the Zelle thing, it's different. You know, it's too personal with Zelle. Believe it or not, they don't set up where the bank set up. They don't set up business banking with Zelle. But what I can do is with Zelle, inbox me, and then I have to get your phone number and these sorts of things. But I don't have a Zelle, whereas it's open to the public, fortunately, you know, to that degree. But I appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. PayPal or Cash App. Cash App safe. I know people been talking about Cash App and taking people money, but Cash App never took mine. But you guys can do PayPal or Cash App. You know, those are two safe. I got a business account with PayPal, so be sure to hit up PayPal if you want to send something that way. But outside of that, man, it's crazy, man. All right, let me get to the next caller. I got Antoine, and then I have the 585. So 843, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man. What you got?
Hey, what's up, Law?
Not much, bro.
Hey, man, what's your parameters of a head coach or qualifications of being a head coach?
Man, leader of a man, a person that can stand tall and sit on business or stand on business. I'm looking for that. I don't like docile coaches. I want a coach that's authoritative figure, you know. Appreciate you, Aaron Lewis. He sent $100. So one down, got one more to go, man. But I'm looking for that type of coaching priors. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can command the room, speak with assertiveness, you know, a Jimmy Johnson factor, a Bill Parcells, man. We don't want no walkover coach.
Well, there you go. So that being said, everything you said is now, that is not Kellen Moore at all.
Right.
None of those things you said is Kellen Moore. So I don't understand why would Jerry want to go back doing the same thing he done before. Even if the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, it's not because of Kellen Moore. We watch the games. That offense is trash. They getting wins by the skin of their teeth right now. And just because he makes it to the Super Bowl, that make him a head coach candidate or in the playoffs? That's crazy, man.
But let me ask you this, though, Antoine. I've seen Dak Prescott with Jason Garrett, Scott Linehan. I've seen Dak Prescott with Kellen Moore. I've seen him with Mike McCarthy. All four of those guys is equivalent to being the same kind of caliber of coaches as it relates to offense. These guys, I get it, you know, they may have had number one, number two offense when Dak was healthy, but they had no creativity to the degree, whereas we looked back at this offense and it was someone else cooking. It's only Dak Prescott or bust. Is it time for us to get something new here? That's all I'm asking for. Give us something new. I'm tired of using this, hey, man, it's Kellen Moore. We know we got to go through growing pains. Can we just get something new here, man?
Yeah, and my last point with the Jason Garrett thing, hell, I'll choose a Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan offense over what we have with Kellen Moore. At least they know the balance between the run and pass.
Facts.
Kellen Moore is one thing or another. It's one thing and that's it.
Yeah.
We need a real head coach in here that can be able to make smart plays, smart play calling, and do what we got to do. Kellen Moore is not it, man. I pray to God we don't do this. It's going to set us back and waste the rest of Dak Prescott years in Dallas.
No doubt, man. And, hey, I hope we get that running back, man, because, I know you've been a strong pro component of Ezekiel Elliott. He's no longer here. But, hey, we got to get the running game with Dak, and everything else will be better. Appreciate you, bro.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Lamont for the $5 Cash App, and shout out to Gerald with the G, not with the J, with the $20 Cash App. Man, boy, y'all, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all, and shout out to everybody that sent me anything. And yeah, if Zelle, what? Somebody said they use Zelle for business. What business banking do you have, bro? Let me know what business banking you have that allows the Zelle app. I think I need to transfer everything over to Chase. They heard Chase is the best business banking out there. But let me know if you guys are business banking with Chase. Or let me know who your business banking people are, and I switch over to them and see what we can get done, especially during this tax season. It's always crazy around this time. I'm going to say this again. I need something new, man. I'm tired of running this same thing because it's going to be the same offense if Kellen Moore is here, and I'm tired of seeing that offense, man. And it's one-dimensional. It's one-dimensional. Mike McCarthy's offense was one-dimensional until Zach Martin stepped down and he got his back hurt, and we put Brock Hoffman in there, and they realized, we can run the ball. Let's run the ball. So, it's crazy. A-Lou said his debt is paid for. Man, Wells Fargo, I can't stand. I ain't going to say that publicly, but, shout out to Wells Fargo. Yeah, me and Wells Fargo had our arm wrestling challenge, man, where we were trying to close on a house and everything, and I couldn't stand Wells Fargo. I said it out loud. My bad. I got the 206, then I have the 757, and then I got Glenn Law from the 202. Yeah, from the 206, MJ, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
What up, Law, man?
Mm-hmm.
I hear everybody on here bragging. Derrick just got lucky. That's all it was.
Okay.
With his predictions, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, he bragging on your boy, and your boy was so good, why we couldn't do that here?
You talking about Quinn, right?
Yeah, they so good, why they don't do it when they in the Cowboy stuff? That's what I don't understand. It's the same with these Lakers. We'll get some people, everybody bragging on, they come to the Lakers, them bright lights hit them, and they choke. We get these same players, everybody bragging on, they choke. We just got chokers, guys.
We entering the marathon show time now, baby. So y'all continue to hit that like, man. Share this content. I'm gonna try to lock. Let me lock this phone line down, man, because
the conference has been locked.
I ain't gonna put nobody on a time clocker. But go ahead, bro. Oh, hold on. Let A-Lou, you gonna get in, and A-Lou gonna be the last person to get in, last of the Mohicans. Get on in here. Come on in, A-Lou. And no offense to any Mohican tribes out here, but shout out to you, bro. Go ahead.
So all day I'm saying, man, you need some dogs to play for the Cowboys. If you bring Kellen Moore back, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The coach for Philly told him to run. You gotta remember, they was losing when they lost some games. They kept trying to pass. They got their butts. They start running and running. That's why your boy
and the offense is very hard that he do. Them option routes, is what 49ers. You got to remember, Law, I'm going to tell you, Law, it's going to hurt y'all right now. I'm going to tell y'all right now. If you bring Kellen Moore back and you play them 49ers again, they got hurt. You think they not going to draft good players? We going to get some good players. Their defense going to get cold-blooded. They're going to be ready for our option routes. And we're going to get the same old. And all you dummies on here, because y'all want Kellen Moore, he's going to be the same old trick.
Right.
You better go get one of them dudes that know how to call offense with that Prescott.
Come on with it.
You're going to get this man destroyed, Law. I'm telling you. If you bring Kellen Moore back with that option offense, Dak Prescott is going to get destroyed. I'm just telling you right now. Because Kellen Moore like passing. And it's not about pass. You got to make it 30-30. 30 run, 30 pass. You got to make it trickery. That's why San Francisco was having so many problems with Detroit when Detroit should have beat them last year. You remember? They had them on the brinks. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say it again to all you Cowboy fans, and y'all bragging on this Kellen Moore foolishness. If Kellen Moore comes to the Cowboys, Dak Prescott is going to get murdered next year. I'm telling you, Law, and they're going to tear you up on here, Law. They're going to tear whoever voting for this Kellen Moore, you're going to just destroy that quarterback. And Jerry Jones and all of them going to have a stupid look on their face because we're doing the same old same. Man, come with some creation. Get a better offensive coordinator so you can help this quarterback play like the quarterback over there in Detroit and the quarterback for the Rams. Do y'all want to win or y'all still want this foolishness? That's all I'm asking, Law. Come on, man. We got to start with this foolishness. Do not bring that man back here, Jerry Jones. Man, I'm sick of this. Kill him out. Everybody coming up, kill him up. Oh, yeah. Man, get the hell out of here. When that defense had him to 19 points, they held San Francisco 19 points. Dak Prescott choked with that stupid offense. Choked it when we had him in Cowboy. Them was our Super Bowls, y'all. Y'all keep trying to blame everybody. No. Cowboys had 2 chances. The Jones put you in the Jerry Jones now. Even if they be messed up, but they put you in 2021, Amari Cooper, the receivers, CD Lamb, all that offense, and we only scored 17 points, and we got beat at home. Come back the next year, we lose 19-12 the same way. We had the momentum, had the lead. No, what they do, 2nd and 2 at San Francisco 13-yard line, we throw an option route pass to CD Lamb. Interception, change the whole game around. We lose 19-12. If we could have either kick a field goal or go on to score, we'll be up by 10 or 12. Now the pressure on Purdy, and our defense could have got at him. No,
yes, indeed, man.
Right back in the game and turn the game. So you guys keep.
The conference has been locked.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate you, MJ, man. I know you're getting it all off your chest, man. Yeah. Yeah, all right, my Israelite brother, man. Come on, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Brother.
Yes.
How about them Cowboys? And do not bring that foolish Kellen Moore back here, man.
No doubt, man. Shout out to you, man. Salute to all of the noobs, man. Come on with it. Yes, indeed, man. Jeez. That's my guy, MJ, man. Boy, it was spitting, man. I got Glenn from the 202. You're live on The Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's up, Law?
What's up, Law? What's good with you, man? What's good with you, man?
Not much. So I tuned in a little bit late, but I do see that Kellen Moore's getting an interview on Friday. Is that right?
Right. No, I think it's that Monday. So it's going to be fresh off of the playoff loss that the LA Rams going to beat the Eagles, and then he's going to have that interview that Monday.
So yeah, I'm MJ basically stole my thunder. I mean, here's the bottom line. I don't know if these organizations are watching tape. I mean, I don't have anything but a YouTube channel. I don't have the All-22.
Right.
And it's been clear to me for a long time that Kellen Moore's offense is a one-trick pony. It is basically a combination of Scott Linehan, Jason Garrett, with a I can't even say it's even a combination of North Turner because North Turner had run game, right?
Yeah, Turner had run again. Yeah.
So this idea that, if you look at why the quarterback for the Eagles right now is struggling, it's pretty simple. All of those wide receivers are basically running go routes.
Yeah.
There's little to no variation in the route concepts.
Yeah.
And by the time it comes time to deliver the ball, Jalen Hurts is holding the ball way too long. Well, the reason why he's holding the ball way too long is because those route concepts take too long to develop. You're getting your quarterback killed. So, of course, you can't complete a pass.
Yeah, you got to have a little balance. You got to run the ball with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing. I actually don't care because I want the Eagles to lose. But my question is, how is it that Kellen Moore basically gets the axe in Dallas, gets a job in San Diego, or gets a job in L.A., can't perform there, goes to Philly, he's about to fail there, I hate to say it, but it's true, and somehow he gets an interview for the Cowboys job? This man needs to make sure he can actually stay as an offensive coordinator in the NFL because he's failing right now.
Yeah, get about 4 or 5 years consistently with one team as the coordinator, and then get elevated for a head coaching job. But favor is not fair, so Jerry's going to reach out to him and give him an opportunity to interview. Now they said he bombed out in Jacksonville, he bombed out in Texans, he bombed out in all of the other jobs that he tried to interview. I think it was Miami that he tried to interview for. So they're going to be able to know that Kellen Moore speaks a certain way and move a certain way. So in this 3-hour interview on Monday, they're going to be like, yeah, man, we're going to have you high considerations for this job. And then it's going to be ultimately whether or not he want to take it or not. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't see them taking a Brian Johnson over him. I don't see them taking a Robert Salah over him. I don't see them taking any of those boys over Kellen Moore at this point. I don't think so.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of suggested in the chat the other day that the offensive coordinator for the Chargers, he's one of Harbaugh's guys.
Yeah.
I don't hear him getting much buzz, and the reason Greg Roman, and the reason why I like him, and I've kind of followed him a little bit over the years.
Roman, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He is always able to basically turn water into wine. He will take a quarterback, he'll find out what you can do and what you can't do, then he'll organize a scheme, create a scheme to basically give you a quarterback-friendly offense. Now, I get it. They flamed out over the weekend. The Chargers didn't advance, but that may be a quarterback issue. But that's neither here nor there. My point is, just like MJ had to call it before, you gotta have easy throws for your quarterback.
Yeah.
Because in the NFL, when you get to the playoffs, the degree of difficulty matters. So if you're stacking the deck to give your quarterback tight window throws, there's no way they're going to be able to advance because it's a game of percentages. What you want to do is put your quarterback in a position to where he doesn't have to be Superman. Give him easy throws. That's the problem with Jalen Hurts. He's not getting any easy throws this year.
None. He's not getting none of that, And that's one of the things that you see in the drop-off on Hurts' game, and I get it, he's not considered being MVP this year or top quarterback this year. But they won 14 games, and you know how that goes as it relates to that. But, man, I appreciate you for calling in, Law.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I'll keep listening.
No doubt, man. It's Glenn Law, y'all. Appreciate him for calling in. Hold tight for me, man, while I pull this up, because I want to be able to convey this one more time to those who's pretty much been following the channel for a minute, and I'm not trying to give y'all hogwash or anything of that nature, because these are the issues that they said that they are still having with Kellen Moore.
Well as he could yesterday. He played as well as he was asked to play yesterday. Everyone's going to sit here and go, and that's why I sent out a tweet yesterday. Like, the conversation around Jalen Hurts is going to be really interesting because there's going to be a lot of people saying, man, Jalen Hurts didn't play well. That's totally incorrect. My biggest concern is no one got open yesterday for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Listen properly.
Gloved up by Green Bay defensively. Jalen had nothing else to do with the football. The decision-making was on time. The decision-making was crisp. The way he threw the football was crisp except for one step or a one-step slant to A.J. Brown at some point in the third quarter. My biggest concern with all this, and again, it is not Jalen Hurts. I thought Jalen Hurts didn't look rusty at all. My biggest concern is, how does it look like Green Bay knew what every pass play was?
Come on.
How does it look like Green Bay knew exactly what the pass concept was going to be? How does it look like Green Bay knew exactly where the receivers were going to be?
You
on
hear
a
that?
Basis? My mind, after I watched that tape, wasn't, man, Jalen Hurts struggled. I actually thought Jalen Hurts played well. My mind went to Kellen Moore, who's a friend of mine, and I think a really good coach. The pass game concepts got to grow. They got to get better. They got to infuse more, because my takeaway is Green Bay, pass game-wise, knew exactly who was going to be, where, and when they were going to be there, and that's how everybody got covered up.
That's how everybody got swallowed up and covered up and all of that stuff. So at this point, y'all want that back here? I can't make this stuff up. Y'all want that back here in Dallas. That's crazy. And we just escaped that. So I'm just going to tell y'all, man, 1,000% that this shouldn't even be a conversation at all, because of the fact that this particular situation and scenario is what we've been dealing with this front office and with this team forever, man. I'm tired of it. I think that we need to move on from the connotation of, hey, man, let's just keep more here. Let's continue to do the same thing. Because if it's anybody that love to slurp up anything that Kellen Moore does, is Dan Orlovsky, or dare I say Joshua Allen. But if anybody, it was him. But I got my guy, there's Mike McCarthy's disciple here. Bear with me, I'm going to bring him on. I'm doing some things in the background here, so I'm trying to get things moving. Appreciate you so much. Mike from the 757, you're live on The Nation. Talk to me.
What up, Law? What up, Law?
Not much, man. Your phone, bro. Your phone, man.
Hey, listen real quick. When I was waiting on hold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I was driving through a dead zone. I ain't gonna lie. But while I was waiting on hold, I was thinking of different ways I should start this call. I was like, should I call in and laugh at every single one of y'all Cowboy fans that wanted Mike McCarthy gone?
Okay.
Out this joint. Or should I just move along? But I decided to be petty today, and I'm going to laugh at y'all. I love it. You know why? Because you're getting exactly what you wish for. When you had your coach that was so uncreative to put Cavante Turpin at running back, was so uncreative to put CeeDee Lamb at running back, was so uncreative to goddamn run screens with CeeDee, or run them little quick passes with CeeDee and get them 10 easy yards, or them jet sweeps with CeeDee coming out the slot to get them quick, easy yards. Now we got anxiety about Kellen Moore. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, as Dallas Cowboy fans, we just narrowed our new head coach down to two people. And the two people are Deion Sanders and Kellen Moore. I could give a damn about Saleh. He's not coming. I could give a damn about all them other motherfuckers that y'all keep talking about. They are not coming. Okay? So, and you're dealing with Jerry Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's going to pick the person that you want? I don't know. Because when we had a chance to get Derrick Henry last year, we didn't even call him.
Yeah, Mike, but
didn't even call him.
Boy, you still on Mike's nuts, man. Yeah, I feel you, man. You still on Mike. Boy, you on that head, dog. You on that head, dog. You on that head.
I just said. I'm glad y'all got anxiety. All y'all need to go to your primary doctors. All y'all need to go to your primary doctor and ask them to prescribe you some Zoloft because you need it. You need Zoloft.
That's okay, man. I need to see.
That's what you need.
I need to see. I need to see where Mike goes first and foremost. And granted, you laughing at us. You laughing at us. The laugh is back on you. Come on, man. We haven't sound. Yeah.
Everybody on TV say Mike is going to help the next quarterback that he go to. But y'all sitting here saying that if Kellen Moore come here, we're going to have issues. You see the difference? You feel the difference?
No.
Is Dak Prescott going to get better than he ever was? Because remember, he was second in MVP votes, All Pro the previous season. I'm just saying, so uncreative out this month. When y'all sat up here and said, "Man, we don't put Cavante Turpin on the field that much last year." You remember y'all said that?
Yeah, we said that. We might have said that.
Where was Cavante Turpin at this year? Where was he? He was on up at running, but he's so uncreative.
Man,
I just
you
want
better.
y'all. That's the only thing. Go ahead, Law.
No. You better. You cooking. You cooking for right now, but I guarantee you. You looking at the screen? Yeah, you keep. Oh shit! You gonna laugh at the law? Then you gonna do this to me? You gonna laugh at the law? I got one back for you. You better pay attention to that road. I know you driving. You better pay attention to the road, cause I need for you to call Frenkel if something happened to you. But I don't want you to call Frenkel right now. But I appreciate you, my dog, Mike. Man, you're a good sport, man. Can't wait to talk to you tomorrow, bro. Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh, man, that boy was in the scoop sucking challenges. Shit, that boy Mike, man. I never seen anyone love Mike McCarthy as much as Mike, man. That's my guy, though, man. Yeah, that boy goop scooping. Oh my God. Let me get this, Mike, man. Cowboys Mike from New York. Do you share the same sentiments as the last Mike? Go on with it.
Hey, Lord, what's good, man?
Man, all is good, man. What's good, bro?
Man, listen, man. You know they're going to bring Kellen Moore back to Dallas, man. I don't want to see that happen, man. That's like Jason Garrett 2.0, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yo. The Joneses love too much of their mediocre, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk it into existence, man. You know, but Jerry's not going to hire a black man to be the head coach, man. He's going to bring back somebody that has been in the organization for a few years.
Man, Jerry covered the spread, though. God, dog. Yeah. Hey,
man.
Hey, I got some more breaking news. You know what I'm saying? Here it is right here. Breaking news, the Dallas Cowboys now bringing in Law Nation for a damn interview. He bringing in all the brothers. He making sure, look, y'all can't call me the R word. No. I done brought in Leslie Frazier. I'm interviewing Brian Johnson, not Ben. I'm interviewing the brother first. I'm interviewing Salah, so I even got the Lebanese on my side. And hey, don't worry, I'll have to get a Japanese person a little later on down the line. And I'll also finna interview Anthony Land. He bringing in all the brothers, man. We the melanated boys now, man. Here we go.
Lord. He's the Joneses already have who they want as a coach.
Yeah, they already have it. Yeah.
Already gonna get the job, man. This is all conjecture, man, and nonsense. You know what I'm saying? This is wasting people's time, man. I don't even talk about Prime. Prime is not coming to Dallas, man. He's not coming to Dallas.
Not at this point, because how everything is kind of aligned up to. Like, don't you know what will it take to get Prime here? First and foremost, Shador going to have to slip in this particular draft, right, to the 12th spot. And then it's going to be a situation because, and I know Too Cool is with the mindset that we can still get Prime even if Shador get drafted by the Giants, right? That will be crazy, you know. It'll be good for TV ratings, but can you imagine that you got to play against your son twice a year? Come on, man. Nah, it's crazy. Nah.
Yo, Lord, I don't want to hear no talk about Jason Witten and all that nonsense.
No. He's on his team. Jason Witten is on his team, bro.
Bro, man, listen, man. Just give me a coach that's going to be a disciplinarian guy that's going to set the stage, man, instead of being. Listen, man, Kellen Moore don't know anything about being a disciplinarian. He seemed like an easygoing guy in the sideline when he called and plays. So I need a guy that's going to bench a person, no matter who it is, if he's not playing well.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? I don't know anybody out there right now that's that type of coach that's going to do that.
Facts. Aaron Glenn, I think Jerry interviewing all of the brothers but the brother we want. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Dion, you know, he ain't bringing in Aaron Glenn. I need to see him on the list. Shout out to Leslie Frazier. Shout out to Brian Johnson. Appreciate him. Anthony Land. All of those boys. But at the end of the day, I would be more satisfied if they announced that Will McClay is no longer the vice president of operation, that he is the president of player personnel. Then that will give me more direction of where this team is ultimately at. But man, come on, man, they can't hoodwink Law. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing what they're doing. Like, come on, man, come on.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind seeing Glenn get an interview. I like Glenn from Detroit. I think he'll be a hell of a coach. He's been in Dallas as a player, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah.
I
mean, give him a shot, man, and it'll feel like it's more genuine versus you bringing in people, man, that's assistants of the assistants and they're saying that they're going to interview for a head coaching job. Come on, man.
Yo, Lord, listen, man. Everybody got dude's name screwed up so bad. They obviously tell you that nobody wants him to come back to Dallas, man. They calling him Kevin, all kind of David, all kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want no Kellen Moore. Jerry, if you're listening, man, don't bring that man to Dallas, man.
Yes, indeed, man.
That's it, Lord. Appreciate your time, bro.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Appreciate you, bro. Salute, bro. As my guy. I got from $10 super chat. Let the AI speak on it.
C. Hayes, $10. Jerry has interviewed more brothers than Diddy did for the Diddy party. Smiley face.
Because we know it's not genuine, you know. Yeah, I know a token interview when I see it. And granted, all they need is 2 tokens. Jerry gonna go out there and get 6 or 7 tokens. He ain't really about that life of getting all of these brothers here, you know. Everybody gonna be like, nah, I ain't gonna talk about that topic. Let's talk about something else, Law. But come on, man, let's be real. I know a token brother when I see one. Yeah, no, come on. I mean, God dog, I thought we were about to interview Morgan Freeman. It ended up being Leslie Frazier. Come on, man, come on. I thought for sure. I said they finna interview the voice of God. Come on with it. Shoot. Let me put it right here. Come on, Morgan Freeman. Come on, man. Fred last. Thank God Almighty. I got my guy from the 304. You're live on the Nation. Hey, Lo, what's good with you, man?
What's good? Oh, first and foremost, did you get my PayPal? I sent you.
I got it, man. Let me give you a round of applause, man. Appreciate you, man.
Let's go ahead and get that out the way. Don't worry about it. Darius, right?
Darius, yeah.
We can run it back if you want to talk about it. Now let's be about it and not talk. Let's be about that right there.
Oh, okay, so you want to have a one-on-one with him breaking down, even though you gave him the hundo, but you should get a piece of that back a little bit, you know?
Hey, look, now if you want to run it back, we can run it back on this weekend game if we're talking about it.
Yeah.
But it might be too late because I don't know how we gonna get back on the mic, whatever.
Right.
But I do want to say this though. Okay, so we're saying so much we want Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
We want what he brings to the culture and what he brings as an offensive coordinator. Now, the funny thing about this is who's his run game coordinator?
Yeah.
Who is he?
I don't know.
You know?
We don't have we
All right.
got all right. So
The run game
here's the play
coordinator
gonna
is
be.
Anthony Lynn.
Oh, okay, so you break it. Oh,
He's the run game
okay,
coordinator.
break it down. Break it down.
So if we're interviewing the run game coordinator, because honestly, like I'm with the belief that we're going to sign Kellen. I'm with the belief, but it's kind of ironic that we're going around all the teams that had good offenses and good ideas. It's kind of ironic that we're starting to interview all these players, which I'm like, look, even if it's a token, right? This is better than what we did with McCarthy.
Yeah, to a degree,
when
yeah.
McCarthy was hired on, it was McCarthy, it was what's my man Marvin Lewis, and it was one other person, and that was it.
That was it, yeah.
That was it. Now we're at a point now we're actually starting to move in the right direction. All right, I get we're going after offensive players. You have to be optimistic because at the end of the day, Jerry's going to do what Jerry's going to do.
Facts, but the only thing to throw no pun intended. No, the only thing that I can throw a monkey wrench into this though, bro, is the fact that the people that he is ultimately interviewing that could be coveted for this job, they still playing. They still coaching. You know, they still in the game. Yes. So that's, if Kellen Moore was on the streets today, and if Anthony Lynn, of course, as well as Brian Johnson, as well as Aaron Glenn, if we gonna be the melanated boys, if all of those boys are on the street right now, then he could have made to pull the trigger to make it higher. You know, or he can be a situation and scenario that the reason why it's taking so long is because these boys are still coaching
in the playoffs.
Yeah. So yeah.
I agree, but it's just ironic because you watch how this Deion thing is getting traction.
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting. It's interesting to say the least because with Deion gaining traction, him interviewing these black coordinators, and he's interviewing these black coordinators. Now all he had to do was interview 2. Now he got 4. Right? Like if we're really going after the Rooney Rule, he only had to do 2.
He only had to do 2.
He's going to do 4. He's going to do 4.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to add Deion because you've already had the conversations. Technically, they don't even really need to interview. He already been interviewing with Deion for about 20 years now.
Right.
So let's be honest there. Now, Kellen Moore, of course he has the upper leg in this, but if he walk in there with that "Where's Waldo" look on his face, with that "Where's Waldo" talking, walking there talking like he ain't got no nuts, I'm telling you, it's not going to work because they've already seen it.
Yeah.
They've already seen it, and now you got Deion coming in. We've already done real business together, which would be a straight publicity stunt for him to bring Deion. But we've already done business together. We already know how each other move.
Right.
I don't see it as not happening.
Yeah. Hold. Keep cooking. I got a phone call. Keep cooking.
So I'm not against it. I understand it. But I would, if it was up to me, I would go with Aaron Glenn. If we're going to go, we're going to do that, But if more realistic, it'd be between Kellen Moore, Saleh. Those are my 2 tops at this point. He's not going to interview Ben Johnson. He's not going to, he's not going to interview anybody else in the playoffs. Like he has it pretty much set of where he's going. Kellen Moore is in for an interview tomorrow, and it's only 3 hours. They can't do the 8 hours, so he already knows what's about to happen with that. So, like I said, if he come in there talking very real soft-ish, it's not going to work. And your boy actually said something. I think his name is Long too. He said something real interesting. How did Kellen Moore bounce and fail, and he's failing right now? That's because why? You and I can't bounce and fail that many times and get put on the pedestal where he about to go with Dallas. We can't do that. But why is that? I just want to know why that is. And we'll leave it at that. But that's all I got with you, Law. You got something on me?
Hey, I'm gonna hit you right back, bro. Hit you right back. Keep talking though. I'm gonna let no clone Tyrone in then. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right.
What's going on, Lo?
Yeah, go ahead and handle the show right quick.
All right. I feel like we should get Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll is the perfect choice for the as a head coach. Reason me saying Pete Carroll is the perfect head coach is, and it's the smarter choice and it's the comfortable choice. The reason why I'm saying that is because he negotiate and bring in Metcalf, and Metcalf and he can talk Metcalf out of the major contract. He can talk him down and get Shorty to get over here, and we can go ahead and get Shorty from Boise State, and this is gonna be a good system. We can make this a different team based off of how Jerry moved this time. Jerry gotta talk to a billionaire, and a billionaire man he need to talk to is Magic Johnson, because Magic Johnson went over there and changed that whole organization overnight, literally. And I'm not no hater, but if you want to hear the real about Kevin Moore, whatever the hell you want, whatever you want to call him. No.
Bro, I'm back, man. I'm back. I just got off the Illuminati call, man. What's good with you? What's good with you, bro?
What's good with you, Law? Nah, but for real, I feel like the perfect head coach is Pete Carroll. And the reason why I'm saying Pete Carroll is because Pete Carroll got this philosophy of running the ball, and at the number 12 spot, Boise State running back is most likely going to be there. Grab him, and he can negotiate with Metcalf,
right,
to get over here with the cow. You understand what I'm saying? So it'll look good. And that's that right there is your number 2 receiver. You know what I mean? Like Metcalf ain't having a good season over there with the Seahawks. So bring him over here and to speak on Kevin Moore. Hell no. You don't need him. You fired him. So what you bringing him back for?
Yeah.
It don't make sense. Like it's like you going backwards. It's like
going backwards, man.
Right.
But nobody circled the block better than the Joneses, man. They brought Herschel Walker back. You know, they brought Brandon Carr back. They brought Zeke back. They bring everybody back, man. It's the return of the boys, man. And it's one of those things, bro. Yeah.
One thing I wanted to say, he need to talk to if he ain't gonna take no advice from anybody else, talk to Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson said it best. I hired a good GM, I hired a good coach, and I drafted me a quarterback, and I just stepped out the way. Stepped out the way. Yeah. Like you the billion-dollar man, like you say you are. Like you done shot yourself in the foot too many times over the past years. You gave away Cooper. You didn't fire Mike McCarthy. Well, you ain't fired him. See, he walked away. Dan Quinn walked away. So it's like, you gotta blame somebody. Jerry.
Yeah, they don't believe in firing no one, man.
They let him go. Jerry, you are not a coach.
Yeah,
You'll
man.
never be a coach.
But let me let my last guy on, man, from the 469. But man, you spitting some good stuff, bro. I thank you so much, bro, for holding it down for me too, bro.
Oh, no problem.
Yes, indeed, man.
DC for life.
DC for life, man. Operating backwards, the Cowboys, the backward boys. And I'm going to get my guy from the 469 to spit his mind. Last but not least guy, though. You know, what's good with you?
Hey, well, good afternoon, Law. How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Long time, bro.
Hey, many blessings upon you and your family. Keep on doing your great success, man.
Thank you.
Like I said, I'll give you my 2 beans and I'm out, man. First and foremost, let me be honest. And Jesse Hawley already put this out there, but I think I got to get that cat out of the room. Jerry Jones and those Jones family ain't going to hire no color people. And I hate to say that because they deserve opportunity.
Yeah.
Correct? Aaron Glenn, Eric Benemi, especially Deion Sanders, but I don't think it's the way that their family rolls. And I'm just only being like about that, right?
Right.
So the realistic options are 2. And I hate to say this, but you might see Boy Wonder have like a 65% chance of being your next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
I say 80, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's high up there just because it checks all the boxes. He's cheap. He knows the family, and he's a yes man. You can do whatever what you want.
Yeah.
And he already has a relationship with Dak, all those all those people in there, but I don't think he's a coach. I'll be straight up about that.
Yeah.
Or the best thing, except of Kellen Moore, I'm just hoping for the latter. Hell, instead of Kellen Moore, I would rather have Jason Witten as a head coach. At least he's more about the pedigree of what it means to be all about football. But that's my 2 cents about it. It's either Kellen Moore or I can hope for Jason Witten. But, you got to just think how that family thinks.
Yeah.
It's a family-run business, and it is what it is. We just got to support it.
Man,
Peace
no
out,
doubt,
y'all.
man. Hey, appreciate you, man. That's my guy. There's 2 communities, and
Goodbye.
the Cowboys, man, is not. Look, guys, I'm not making it a white versus black thing. This is a family thing, and family members, man, they look. They're gonna try to do things. He's Hispanic. Yeah, come on, leave my guy Lokes alone. He's a good guy, man. He fits right into the criteria of minority. So he's speaking for what Jesse Hollis said. So when Jesse Hollis said it, so he can run with it. So that's how Jesse Hollis said it, colored. So colored folks, it's just for what it is. If there's any debate to this. If any debate to this, and I'm not making it whereas one is right, one is wrong, and these sorts of things, and I know some people get tight when you have these conversations, but at some point in time, you just got to look in the mirror and say, hey, man, it is what it is, and that's just for what it is. It is what it is. We love this team. We support this team. But we're not blind to this team, and this is a family-run business. It's one love, all love. Sure, we all cry when the Cowboys lose, right? But at the end of the day, when you look at this executive list, don't nobody look like us up in that mug. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. It's a family. It's a family-run business. And Stephen Jones have no – put it like this. He have nothing on his resume that speaks that he should be the president of player personnel outside that he came from this man nutsack, and that's Jerry. That's the only thing that gave him the right to be the president of player operation. And what I'm saying is, when you stroll down, I still don't look. If I stroll down to right here, and I'm seeing player personnel vice president Will McClay, that's why I'm on Will McClay. I've been saying this for many of years. Will McClay doing all the wrong things for the right reasons. Yeah, he need to sit back and say, you know what? Until you pay me, well, they probably paid me, but until you give me the title with the responsibility, I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it, But he is the number one enabler right here is Will McClay. He should be able to sit back and say, you know what? I shouldn't have Vice in front of my name at this point. I'm the player of operation. I'm the player of personnel. I'm the person that's going out here doing these things. Don't give me the damn title without the responsibilities. And that's just the problem with that. So, and all money ain't good money. He shouldn't be that person. It's just for what it is. That's probably be the reason why things don't go right, because they are not running it right. And I can say I'm independent. I ain't looking for nobody to say, hey, well, we're going to have to part ways. I got 4 or 5 people that call me, that ask me to say this directly to the people. Because they can't say it, because they work. If I show y'all the name, y'all be like, oh, Lord, you got that name? Because they can't say it, they'll lose their jobs. What Jerry gonna do, fire me? Shoot, he can't. You know what I'm saying? So I can say what I want. I'm an independent over here. I'm an independent contractor over here. But I'm not getting beyond myself. I get it. Not everybody's in the liberty to talk like that. But I can walk that way, but these guys can't. So they asked me, Law, can you say this to the people? Is these hires right here or these interviews right here because X, Y, and Z? Because I can't say it because I work up under the shield, or I work for the Star. And the reality of it is, I don't like the affirmative action. I don't like the Rooney Rule. I don't like none of those damn rules. I don't even like Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? Who decided to give us a month, the shortest month out of the year? I don't like none of that stuff, But we got to add here every year for people to be fake and phony on Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like none of that stuff. I can't stand it. Yeah, when White History Month is, when that month is, so we can have some days off of work. I don't like none of that stuff. But at the end of the day, that's life. We got to live through it. We got to walk and continue to move with it. Yeah, just for what it is. At the end of the day, hell, you know, if you give us Dr. Martin Luther King Day, well, where's Malcolm X Day so we can be out of school dead? You know, give me where Malcolm X Day at? Don't give me one, give me all of them, you know. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they're the same person far as the Dre, you know, so don't even give it to that particular degree. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Diversity, equity, and inclusive. DEI. Yeah, Dramatic. Yeah, I can't stand it. You know, my people came up with hot chocolate and many other things. That's from Garcia. Appreciate you. Yeah, where is Hispanic month, you know? And the longest month out of the year, they give it to Pride month. I can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody, they done took the rainbow from us. We can't even, we can't even taste the Skittles, taste the rainbow. Now a rainbow means a whole nother thing. So look, I can't stand Pride Day or Pride month, you know? I can't stand it all. But we got to live in this fake society, in this world, that we got to live through all of this crazy stuff. I can't stand it. Yeah, now I love Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Yeah. So if they hire Kellen Moore, we know what the play is. Come on. I just wish. Yeah. Black history is world history. Yeah. I just wish that the Jones family just have a set of gonads and say, hey, Kellen Moore is our guy. We're going to hire Kellen Moore, and we're going to build our staff around him. So as soon as they out of the playoff, Kellen Moore is our guy. Don't beat around the bush. We see the play calls already, you know. So come on with it. Yeah. You never met no Dr. Martin Luther King.
All I ask.
Yeah, there's plenty of qualified black coaches and candidates. Yeah, you're right. But at the end of the day, man, Cowboy Nation, I hope that you guys had fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed your days and these sorts of things. Go Nats. Hashtag go Nats. Yes, indeed, man. But with all of that being said, man, these marathon type of shows, we working backwards. We got to call for what it is. We got to understand for what it is. You need a shirt that says Go Nads. You know what I'm saying? I need one. PhD, poor, hungry, and determined, and with big gonads. And we're going to get things done. Yes, indeed, man. I hope I got to everybody's super chat. If not, let me just double check before we go any further. Let's go. Thank you, Ice Cold. Appreciate you. And I know get somebody going to write a 10-page soliloquy. Oh, man, you should like affirmative action. You should like the Rooney Rule. Man, you can't force billionaires what to do. People do what they want to do. You can't force them. They the one bought the team. I know they had privileges to have the money to work and buy the team, but that's their team. You know, can you imagine somebody telling you, you got to park your car up front? No more parking in your garage, you know, based off of the affirmative parking committee. You know, C. Hayes says Jerry has to interview. Yeah, okay, we got to everybody's super chat, I believe. Sidney Jones said the fan players deserve, better from Zeke. Appreciate you. J. Diz, Law, I need to stop calling things. Okay, we got to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Come on back home. Jerry Jones, bring Kellen Moore back. That's what's going to happen. If not, it'll be prime time for your mind. And that will open up a whole bunch of can of these, so you know what, over here. But at the end of the day, in departing, if there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring or mean makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turn those hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, our robber brother, rover brother, hire a brother. The morals of life: live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart to seek to rip him apart. Those men you should never call a friend because they bend their lives around the truth to meet their end, Cowboy Nation. You know, I only say these things because I'm speaking from experiences. I was once a token hire, the first brother to work out of Ridgeland, Mississippi for Pitney Bowes. It was a very excruciating experience. It wasn't genuine. I got more hate from the same hue because they said, oh, that brother think that he's good with that Jackson State education. Yeah, look at him. He got the suit and tie while we changing out trash bags in the trash can, while we may be the maintenance crew. And I never looked at it that way. And then I had the other counterparts because I was in a higher position than they were, coming from a different hue. D.I. loved Jackson State. And they felt as if though I wasn't really qualified for the job, that I was only brought in to solidify a quota. And I worked my ass off really hard. I did. That was the year, one of the worst years of my life. It was the year of 2008. I graduated at Jackson State in 06. So yeah, I'm here in Mississippi making north of $85,000 to $90,000. And there was somebody that didn't look like me, thought it would be perfectly fine to craft up pictures and mock the president that was elected that year, and thinking that, hey, just because he's a brother, he's the reason why he's there. But verily, verily, I say unto you, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of how you are getting into a position, whether it's a token job or whether it's a job that you overqualified for, underqualified for, you say there's one person who will make the unqualified qualified. You know what I'm saying? And that's the grand creator. Yeah, I will never forget when I read that word he said to Moses, who stuttered when he speak, because he was the unqualified that he made qualified. He was a murderer. He was all of the bad things that you can quantify, right? And he told him, hey, when you go to this particular spot, speak these things. And he said, no, I can't speak. And he said, who made your mouth? Huh? So those are the things that you have to understand. Mitch Roman says, Law, you're the best brother. Yes. But I encourage brothers and anybody of the minority or even of the majority is that you got to stand on your own 2 feet. You got to be where your feet at. Whether or not you are qualified or unqualified, or whether or not you are given a position based off of whether your race or your of your height or your stature, whether you're big or small, you just got to be able to work hard for the things. Never be satisfied to be given stuff. And you got to be able to walk on your own 2 feet. Every tub must sit on his own bottom. Appreciate you so much again for the super chat, Mitch Roman. He says, Law, you're the best. But regardless of the situation, we may not look alike. We may not talk alike. We may not be the same height and stature. But if you are given an opportunity, these are the things that I want you to do. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you would simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither the cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain or how tall or how short you are or how black or how white you are, or even if you got no teeth in your mouth, right? And it takes time for you to slurp up some things like my guy was trying to do. He was slurping up Mike McCarthy. How bad do you want it is the things that I'm telling you. And if any of these coaches are looking at the mindset that I'm only here for a token, or I'm only here under not genuine principles, then make them pay. Showcase that you are the best person for the job, regardless of whether it's given to you. But I'm like this. I don't want anything that I didn't work for. I'd rather sweat for it. You know what I'm saying? And dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and those that's listening. I can't stand the rule, but it's there. I don't make the rules. I can't stand Black History Month. I can't stand it. But I still support it. At the end of the day, we shouldn't be regulated to only 1 month. But stand tall and stand on what your principles are. And take and understand your value. Don't ever settle for less, Cowboy Nation. Understand that. So you look Jerry in the eyes, squeeze his hand until he let go. First man let go, you got all of the power. And say, don't be BSing me around, because I want this team to be successful. And I know you only brought me in for this, but I'm going to show you that. You ain't making a bad decision. Let's go. Give me my thing. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Come on with it. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Let's get on up out of here. If we offended anyone today, you just offended. Come on with it. Let's go, baby. Let's run it up. Let's get it. Yeah.
I wake up,
flex.
Thumb down now, check. No drip this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up.
Come on.
I wake up, flex. Thumb down now, check. No drip this. Tell 'em run it up.
Shout out to you. DAW 101 109. Shout out to you. Pittman, come on with it. Walker Wade, yeah. Sydney, J Diz, C Hack, C Hayes, Mitch, Roman.
The first one in, the last one out. Can't call me.
Can't call all lazy, baby.
I was sending an invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and time.
Come on, Law Nation.
I wake up,
flex.
Thumb down now, check. No drip this. Tell 'em run it.
Law Kruger, baby.
Might crash, might wreck.
Stand on principles, yeah. Live life with honor, baby. Posey, you're right.
No drip this. Tell 'em run it.
Come on.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried.
Shout out to Pitney Bowles, dude, too, by the way.
That brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change.
Come on with it.
I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
Come on.
I wake up, flex.
Come on.
Down now, no drip this. Tell 'em run it up.
Tell 'em, baby.
No sleep, no
yeah.
Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex. Thumb down now, check. No drip this. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up.
Come on, with it. Montisha, baby.
Go Birds. Let's go Birds. ELGS.
We still gonna pick on them damn birds, boy. just because they up in here. Adam says, those your cars? Well, like the gentleman said, what's mine is yours and yours is mine. So technically they my cars. I can drive any one I want. But that's influences, it's influences. So shout out to the influences of law. Yeah, but that ain't my cars. IRS, they are not my cars. They are not my cars. Them Jerry cars. Don't let the street lights hit you. Them not my cars, by the way, IRS. I be on. I follow. Wherever you go. Kellen Moore, the return of Moors. Shout out to all of the Moors. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I know. You know what I'm saying? The Moors. Look them up. Street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. I be on. If you didn't hit that like button, and if you didn't share this content, so far. If a baby can fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Does it better? Nobody, baby. Nobody. And who can do it like me?
Well, come on now,
Who
dog.
can give you what you need?
Don't give up.
Who can do you all night long?
On any given
Nobody,
Sunday.
baby.
Depend on you. If you're winning, you know you got to pay some dues.
Ain't nobody
Monday, yeah.
paging me, asking me days
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers does not like you.
Jesus, this is your humble servant, Lord. There's clearly been a miscommunication, Jesus. Just saying this burden is a little bit too heavy for your servant, Lord. I'm just saying, Jesus, my cup runneth over, Lord, is what I'm saying. And,
them
I
boys,
ain't even
them
thirsty,
boys,
Jesus,
them
not a
boys.
little bit. You can take this whole cup, the pitcher, all of it, Jesus.
Come on, choir.
Give me my still them
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
I'm still them boys.
Spartan! What is your profession?
Them boys. Please come home. I'm still them boys. Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor. I'm still them boys. Yeah, I'm still them boys.
Until next time, DC for life.